Hello, everybody, and welcome. It is Monday, February 27th. It is cold out here in Los Angeles. But I'll tell you what, there's one man that's not affected. He goes rain, shine, sleet, snow, sunny. It's Shirtless Eddie. By the way, guys, this shot, go show the white again. Bro, I do not like this shot. Look at my legs. I look like a fucking beast, bro. Look how fat, bro, you can't do that to me. What is this shot? Justify this.
What are you upset about?
Look at me. Look, show me. Look at my legs, dude. You're not supposed to see my legs like that.
What the hell, Dan? Do something.
It looks like I'm been photoshopped.
Literally 60 seconds ago, you looked at this shot and you're like, it looks great. I love this.
It's me.
I don't remember saying that.
Yeah, it was just 2 minutes ago.
Well, I didn't realize. Show my legs again. I look like a damn, like, one of those edits where my body looks all fucked up.
It doesn't look that weird.
I think it's just, no
And
concept.
Eddie, you've been checking your zipper. What's the concern over there?
Yeah, because on the last time I was on your podcast, you told me that Eddie has kind of like a zipper down or something. One of the fans had said that.
Oh, it's one of the fans.
From my TikTok, Eddie Lavesi, and so I want to make sure it's always up every time.
Right. So you are shirtless, but zipper up, Eddie.
Yes, I am.
Zipped up and shirtless, Eddie.
That's right.
Yeah, Eddie's joining us today as kind of like a, okay, guys, seriously, this is not appropriate shot. This is not professional. Thank you. Yeah, so Eddie's joining us today, kind of in a co-host format. He's kind of like, would you take cross with, it's kind of like a sidekick role?
Yeah.
Yeah, you back me up, you build me up.
Mm-hmm.
Basically never cross me and always build me up. That's what I expect from you. Yeah. Yeah, the last guy that crossed me, you don't want to know what happened to him. Yeah. Are you cold right now?
No, I'm perfectly warm and fine.
Really? Do you run hot or cold generally, like in your house? Do you run the AC or the heater around this time?
Usually the heater at this time.
Yeah. Yeah, it is cold outside. Yeah, the last guy who double-crossed me lost all of his hair. So.
Oh, wow.
So I have that, so, watch it. I kid, of course. I love Shirtless Eddie. Yeah. So today, today's episode is sponsored by Teddy Fresh. Thank you to Ela Klein. Check it out. Everybody loves it. TeddyFresh.com. That's right. We got the last chance sale. You can get up to 80% off on all these classic items. Check that out. And if you want some of the newer and groovier stuff, like this freaking denim jacket, can be yours. Only 5 remaining of large. Wash denim trucker jacket and all kinds. TeddyFresh.com. Check it out. Thank you. Peace and love, peace and love, peace and love, peace and love. Thank you. Well, we got a lot planned today. My mom is calling in today.
Awesome.
Yeah. She's going to explain.
Dubrick?
Yes. She's going to explain. I don't know if you've been following the Selena Gomez versus Hailey Bieber drama.
Sure have.
You have been.
Wow, Hailey Bieber is jealous of Selena being in that TV show that she's in, and every time you get an acting job, then all of a sudden everything goes out the window.
This is incredible. Wait, so what acting job does Selena have?
Well, she's in that Only Murders in the Building with, Steve Martin and Martin Short.
Oh, yeah.
So she's jealous of, Selena's all of a sudden TV popularity now, and her TV quotient. And so now probably she's that's why that hit.
That's really insightful, actually. Shirtless Eddie with the T. I love that. Well, my mom is going to call in because there's been, honestly, we've all been trying to understand this drama, and it's very hard because apparently everybody loves Selena Gomez, right? And of course, right? Who wouldn't? And then you got Hailey Bieber did something mean about her eyebrows, and then everyone unfollowed Hailey Bieber, and then a lot of people followed Selena, and I've tried to understand what did she do, and I just cannot. So my mom's gonna call in to explain.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Trying to think, but nothing happens.
It's a lot more than just eyebrows.
Dude, Only Murders, Selena's new hit show, has 100% on Rotten Tomatoes. So I think
it's doing
jealousy
well.
might be the key.
Yeah. Good for her.
Good for her. We stand Selena in this building, right, guys?
I'm waiting to see.
She
I
got
don't know enough
just-
about the
Yes.
situation to take a side.
We stand Selena in
Yeah,
this
that's
building.
the safe position. Well, who's supporting Hailey Bieber? It's like she's a monster. I've unfollowed her on Instagram. I don't know what she did. She's a monster.
Baby, I wasn't trying.
Yeah. I wonder if this is going to affect her relationship with Justin Bieber. You know, lots of stress. He's already living a stress enough life. This is the last thing he needs is stress from his wife, right?
Totally.
Ridiculous. Yeah, I don't know what she did, though. We've got a reminder at the top of the show here. We got our green screen deadline is this Friday, guys. Get your green screen edits in. Thank you, Eddie.
Does that mean we're picking the winners on Monday? Or are we picking them on Friday?
I think on Friday we'll have like a mega show where we watch them all.
So that means the deadline is the day, we should say, is
okay,
Thursday.
so Thursday.
Yeah.
So if you're working on one, if you're working on your magnum opus, did I say that right? Yeah.
I didn't. What did you say?
Magnum opus.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I got it this time. Get it in by Thursday. Capiche?
Post
No.
on Reddit.
Post it on Reddit, apparently. But here's a few examples because people have been really going all out on these. And
He's fighting
here, let's take a look at some of the ones that have been submitted recently. Let's take a look.
very hard, but you need to have realistic expectations.
Ethan, hey, fucking talk now.
Yo, put your hands up! Put your hands up! I'm not gonna ask you again! I'm just in the podcast. I lost a couple weights and I love having my shirt. Oh, that was an homage to you.
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh.
Nothing to do with that. You
Good one,
understand?
Ethan.
Ooh, that's a big one, boy. That's a big one, bro. Nina. Oh, that's a big one, boy.
Come on, Brad. Where am I? Come on. Work with me. Trump. Where am I? Look at this. This is beautiful. Hey, you come out here often? Nice to see you out here in the club. Just forget about everything tonight. Tonight's just about the boys. Woo! Open up! FBI! Stop right there. This guy over here is cooked. Out here often?
All different flavors.
Anyway, I want to give a shout out to my wife Chelsea, who fucked my cousin over the weekend. Bitch, now my whole life is. Look at the size of that. That is enormous. I have never seen something that big. Holy smokes! Dude, that is so awesome. Dude, they used everything. They went all out. I love this. Don't fuck with me. I got a gun in my glove box. Dude, that's so good.
Everything seems so real. What could possibly be causing you to construct this artificial reality? Wake up. Wake up.
Wow.
There you go.
Powerful.
The caliber is quite high.
That was powerful.
The competition is going to be fierce. Fierce there. Of course, we have a huge first prize, 500 doll hairs.
500 smackaroonies.
You know, number 2, 300. 3 and 4, $100 each. Wow. How generous am I?
You are generous.
Thank you for saying that. Appreciate you saying that.
That is generous.
Thank you. Also, I don't know if you know, but I donated $10,001 to the Turkish. You know how there was an earthquake there?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, very sad. I donated $10,001.
You are so incredible.
Thank you.
Awesome.
Thank you so much. Yeah, together we raised $1.3 million there, which
Fantastic.
together.
Way to go, Ethan.
Thanks, man.
$1.3 million.
Good job, Ethan.
Who else does that?
You did it.
I mean, yeah, exactly. That's what I'm trying to say, Rachel. Thank you.
$1.3 million.
Also, I want to say Howie Mandel, fan and friend of the show, retweeted one of the green screens.
Ow.
So we are reaching international acclaim here on the podcast. This is Howie Mandel, the one and only. New golden buzzer, he says. Here it is.
Where am I?
Welcome to America's Got Talent. That's the spirit. Okay. I cannot wait to see what you're going to do right here. Go ahead, buddy.
Let's feel the beat. Just forget about everything tonight. Tonight's just about the boys. Just forget about it all, man. Just let it go. Woo!
Yeah, let's get it.
I love those dance moves. I'm going to have to use those in my video.
Thank you. I could show you. You could, yeah. I think you got it in you.
Just forget about everything. Woo!
The audience loves you.
Crickets, man.
Just forget about everything.
Or maybe they're enthralled.
I would
Tonight's
vote
about
for
the
you,
boys.
Ethan.
Thank you, brother.
Look at that footwork.
You know what? I kind of hit the gritty pretty hard,
Hit that
didn't
gritty,
I?
boy.
Yeah.
Hit that gritty nice
hit
and
it.
low.
Get that gritty nice and low.
Yeah, hit that gritty,
Get
boy.
that gritty.
Is anyone still watching?
Yeah, I understand that.
Simon,
It
of
looks
course.
so realistic, like you're really there.
I am. Well, yeah,
You were?
yeah. No, we have the best editors in the world.
Beautiful.
Howie's a friend of the show, of course. Well, thank you, Howie, for the acknowledgement.
Nothing.
Yeah, appreciate that. How was your weekend, by the way, Eddie?
Oh, it was really, really good. You know, I went to see a musical and I did a bunch of videos. I had a viral video that happened.
Really?
2.2 million.
Really?
Wow.
2 million
Hey,
views
it's
on
all
one of my
happening.
Walmarts. Yeah.
Wait, let me pull it up. Is
And
that
you
a
got-
new one?
Oh, yeah, it was a new one. And you got a lot of followers too and views as well.
Well, yeah. Thank you
I saw
for
one of yours got 2 million views as well.
acknowledging that. I'm not quite sure which one you're
A
referring.
little further down, there's a one that further down. Let's see.
You posted all these?
2.1 million.
Wait.
Let's see. There it is, right there. 2.1 million views to
Wait.
the right there. That one.
You
right
post? When did you post this?
that one was posted just about 4 days ago.
You made all this
3 days
content?
ago.
It says 2
Yeah.
days.
You've been crushing it, Eddie. You're
Yeah,
like
I
a
have
prolific creator.
I ramped it up for you, Ethan, to make sure that when I come on this show and sit on this couch, that many big. That's another question I was going to ask you. Who has sat on this couch before? Because I heard it's really an honor to be on this
Yeah.
couch. There's some
Who
bigger
sit on this
people that have
couch?
sat on
Justin
this
Roiland,
Keemstar.
Keemstar,
Crystalia.
Crystalia.
Oh, hi-oh.
Who else? There's got to be other
Joji.
ones.
And to be next to you at this desk is a real
Oh, okay,
honor.
it's not Joji.
Thank you so much. The honor is mine to have a TikTok star here, shirtless Eddie.
So much.
Let's take a look. So tell me the background here, because they're already like laughing. So
Yeah.
how did you approach them?
I think maybe they see that I was doing another video with other people like a little further away, and they kind of chuckled at that as they were watching it. So then they kind of got into it when I went to them, you know.
You saw they were watching, and you said, "Hey, these people are they
through the corner of
understand."
their eye, they were seeing that I was doing another TikTok right there, and they kind of were laughing at it. So then they wanted to maybe partake in it as well.
Okay, and so what do you ask them when you approach them?
Yeah, I just say, hey, dude, you know, I'm going to be on the H3 podcast. Would you like to do a video? Let's see if it goes viral so that when I get on Ethan's H3 podcast,
You said that to them?
we'll have another big winner.
Well, there you go.
And they say, sure, we'll
That's
do
what it was. So here it
happened.
is,
Keep going,
2.1 million.
On 3, 2. Yeah. 3, 2, and then they want to direct it themselves. They want to like the actors.
Everyone's a
How do you
critic.
feel about that? Maybe overstepping a little bit?
Yeah.
Yeah. They need to respect your artistic integrity.
Yes.
Yeah. But regardless, it was a hit. Maybe they were right.
Yeah.
Because this one went viral.
Yeah. It did, and I wasn't expecting
Hey, Eddie,
it.
what are you doing in the
what the
Walmart?
hell?
Well, then I went in there today, too, to do some more Walmart videos to see if they would go viral as well.
Right. Yeah, we'll see.
But next stop is maybe Sprouts over in Burbank.
Sprouts? That's a promising, fertile.
Yeah.
Fertile lands.
Yeah.
Have you ever been asked to leave a store? Well, you told us about the Costco.
The Costco one, yeah.
That was the only time?
Yeah, and then
Wow.
I noticed one time when I went to the Walmart, all of a sudden they were following me around so I could see through the corner of my eye that the security was about ready to catch me or tell me to leave the store.
Yeah.
So I overran, went faster than they could catch me.
Yeah, you're
I
quick
was
like
able
that.
to exit the store myself without
watch your
having them
peripherals,
escort me out.
So here is the viral hit by Shirtless Eddie. How do you say your last name?
Lovesi.
Lovesi.
It sounds Italian, but I'm, Jewish. And,
Oh, you're Jewish.
Just, all right, L'chaim.
L'chaim, brother.
And, yeah.
Here it is.
Mazel tov.
On 3?
3, 2.
Edit the video.
Yeah. 3, 2, 1.
Hey, Eddie, what are you doing in Walmart without your shirt off?
Oh, they don't seem that eager. I got to be honest. They were like leaving.
They
He
want
was
to
a
get
little
out of
more
there.
into it the second.
This guy was like, why are you making me do this almost?
What are you doing in Walmart without your shirt off?
Or maybe he was
Hey,
acting.
Eddie,
eh?
what are you doing with your shirt off?
Oh yeah, I love being shirtless at the Walmart. Hey, I love being shirtless. And I'm
at the
starting to
Walmart.
have
I'm
more
Eddie, I can
confidence
do
and
that.
standing
I'm Eddie,
straighter
I'm
now,
shirtless at the
and
Walmart.
kind of getting more.
Wow.
Before, I think I was a little more hunched back and a little more like worried that I was like crossing boundaries. But now it's just
You're
getting
getting
more
better at it.
natural. Yeah.
Hey, this is interesting. The top comment both say this is like interdimensional cable, which is a bit from Rick and Morty, written by Justin Roiland. Who has sat in this chair?
Justin sat in this chair.
Follow the
right.
thread. Follow the thread, people.
Followed the thread.
How was your guys' weekend?
Beautiful. Thank you for seeing that.
You guys have a good weekend?
Yeah.
Everyone good?
Good. Oh, you're muted.
Who's we?
The crew, we hung out a lot. We went, the girls had a girls' night at our apartment on Friday, and then on Saturday we all went to go watch Cocaine Bear, which was
What
interesting
is
watch.
Cocaine Bear? I've been hearing about this.
Very dumb
It
movie.
was so good.
That was Ray Liotta's last movie, and then he
Yeah,
died like
very
6 weeks
unfortunate.
later. I wonder if he, overdid it, got into relapse because
You
of
think he cocained?
Yeah.
Was there cocaine consumption in the film?
There was. I can't
Or just being
say
around
that
it
it was
could
real
have relapsed
cocaine.
and-
Yeah. Maybe.
What were you?
That'd be
what was-
unfortunate if that is the reason that he
would.
died, because it is quite.
Not worth it.
Yeah.
Not worth it.
Yeah.
The great Ray Liotta died for
To go from
Cocaine Bear.
Goodfellas to Cocaine Bear.
Not worth it, huh?
Yeah.
No. I bet he wishes he could do a take back on that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, take
Yeah.
that one back. What are the
He
girls
can't
up
though.
to?
He's dead.
He's dead. Well, if he were alive,
Right.
he would.
Oh, I see. Right.
Yeah.
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 Because you were saying you bet he wished that he could take it back.
Well, from
Can't,
you
'cause
know.
he's deceased now.
No, I understand that. Thank you, Dan. Ladies, what are we doing on Friday night? Everyone's getting together.
Yeah, we had a lot of fun. We ordered dinner. We
had a scary incident actually with the Postmates.
Oh, so
delivery.
true.
But
Really?
other than that, it was fine. It was great.
Yeah.
What are you eating there, Lena? Is that a flaming hot Cheeto?
No, it's just some gummy worms.
Oh, okay. I thought that was interesting, the flaming hot Cheeto.
No.
Okay, good. What was the incident on Postmates? You guys want to elaborate?
Let me, please, girls, don't dox us when you tell this story, please. I'm very
We
afraid
just
of.
had this crazy ass Postmate. Like, she called when she arrived and she was like, "Where are you? Hurry up."
She
I'm
said
here. Hurry up.
Pronto, like 9 times.
Oh yeah, pronto.
Did she have a bad rating or was she highly rated? What was the issue?
I don't remember what her rating was. I don't know.
I think maybe she was just waiting a little bit too long and it was raining, which I understand. But she was like screaming on the phone, and I was scared actually. I was like, we should tell her just drop the bag, just leave them and we'll grab them. It's fine, because I didn't want to like go face to face with her.
Right, that makes sense.
Yeah.
So did anyone meet her face to face? What ended up happening? Who went?
Lena and I went out and we saw her at the door just holding the food like this. So we opened the door very quickly and we're just like, thank you so much, have a great night. And she began to yell a bit.
Really?
She was like, it's been, and we were like, we're so sorry, thank you so much. And then we just.
But she kind of cracked a smile too. That's what makes me think she wasn't a bad person. She was just waiting a long time, I think.
Yeah.
There it is. So we had a bit of a spooky Postmates story there over the weekend.
And then AB terrified us when he came in the door like 5 minutes later.
Dude, I walked in and they all screamed like
We
bloody
screamed
murder.
so loud.
Yeah.
You guys are funny, man.
Well, it's because your doorbell was a movie sound.
I do have a pretty epic doorbell.
I
Kinda
literally
sounds
was like,
Disneyland.
the fuck
What's
is
the
happening?
sound?
I don't
It's
even
like a bunch of trumpets, like dun dun. I can't even. It's like walking to Disneyland. We didn't.
Okay.
It was there when we got the place.
It was terrifying.
Yeah.
Well, there it is, guys. Lots of excitement over the weekend. It is really pouring here, man. It's crazy. Our office is leaking like a damn faucet. How many buckets we got out?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
We're trying.
I think 6.
I'm trying to get the roof fixed. Luckily, there's no leaks over the electronics, which is an act of God, you might even say.
Yeah, and knock on wood.
Yeah.
So far, we're good there.
I almost sealed the deal with this one roof repair guy. Now, me and my wife were Israeli.
Yeah.
Or well, I'm dual citizen. So is my wife. But I was born here. But so we happen to know that Israelis here that do contract work are like 90% scammers. They're just, in my experience, and this is well known, is that they just cannot be trusted. Okay. And I'm sure there's some larger statement to be made on that.
Oh my God, stop.
They just can't. They come out because here's the deal. In Israel, it's a dog eat dog world, and everybody's scamming each other. Everyone's trying to get the head up on each other.
Yeah.
But in America, that's not the culture, and people here are more trusting. And for the Israelis who have bad intent and they almost come out here like it's a feeding ground for them. And so I saw his name on the estimate, and his name was Israel Cohen.
The Israelis.
Now hold on.
Quite literally could not have a more Israeli name. Israel Cohen.
Well, because that's the thing. They love finding Jews to do business with because, American Jews, they go, oh, we trust each other, right? I would trust another Jew. In Israel, it's not like that. They're all Jews. They don't give a fuck.
The Israelis.
Right? And so I see his name, and I says, does he have an accent? Israel Cohen. Is he American? He goes, and then our office manager says, he did have an accent, but I don't know from where it was. I said, he's Israeli. So I said, you need to look into this guy. So he does a background check, finds out that his license was less than a year old. If you go to the Better Business Bureau and Yelp and all this stuff, he's got like dozens of 5-star reviews, not a single bad review. And if you've been on the Better Business Bureau, it doesn't matter how legit your business is, you're going to have people complaining there, right? And so my scam alarm started buzzing, and I said, this guy's about to run away with it. And so, my Israeli tingles were going off, and we evaded that. But unfortunately, our roof is still leaking.
But the reward you get for that.
Yeah, but I feel I can say that as an Israeli dual citizen, American Jew. I can say that Israelis are scammers. Now, if it was a different location, if I said, for example, all Italians are scammers, that would be out of pocket. And I don't believe that for the record. But I have credentials, one might say. So if Israelis give you a bid, just, give it a second look. Thank you. That's my PSA for the day.
Now what?
Now what?
Keeping it real. You gotta keep it real and let them know.
Absolutely. I see someone in the chat.
Grief.
You got this is just my knowledge, my wealth of knowledge I share it with the world. I don't hold back. Someone said Mexican contractors for the win. Actually, I agree, dude. The Mexicans
100%.
crush it every time.
Actually, and I saw somebody point out Israel is a Mexican name too.
No. He wasn't Mexican.
No, and the Cohen is the tell.
The Cohen just, I was like, nah, I'm not working with no Cohen.
In Yiddish.
Without looking into it first, please.
Actually, well, Cohen is is more American last name, in my opinion. So I asked him, look into it before we cut him loose. And, sure enough, I flipped that latke right on its head.
In Yiddish, we call that a gonif, like a thief.
A gonif, a dirty gon. Oh, shit, I shouldn't say the dirty. That comes off wrong. Gonif. What is a gon? Oh, it's just a thief? I haven't heard that
Yiddish for thief, yeah.
Yeah, but I am an Israeli dual citizen, and my wife is Israeli. That's why I know.
I like Hitler.
Philly D's queuing me up for his next thumbnail.
Somebody put friendly fire enabled and then the Star of David.
Friendly fire enabled. Listen, my intuition was right.
No, you were right. No, I know. It's just
I know the Israeli people, man. What can I say? And I've heard about it so many times. Like they come, they're gardeners, they're contractors, they're roofers, and they'll burn you, man. Every damn time. You know what I'm saying?
I know what you're
saying.
saying.
Yes, sir. And so which ethnic group do you hold prejudices against? I'm just kidding. Don't answer that. Just testing the waters. You thought about it.
Yeah.
You thought about it. No kill switch yet, baby. Would you kill switch that? I mean, this was not that bad, right?
No.
No, but I can see your...
I would have advised you to not tell this story on air, though.
Yeah, this is a live show, and I have a reputation of putting my foot in my mouth.
You gotta stop dissing the Nazis all the time.
And we're getting a quick kill switch so that we can...
I saw
like
that.
a live broadcast, yeah.
That looks really good.
Thank you so much. Yeah, actually, huge news coming in from Detroit. Really slow news days over at the Detroit Free Press.
The #1 publication in Michigan.
Is that right?
That is right.
Really?
Look at this. They did a write-up on our very own AB.
Oh.
He's a local
AB's
hero.
burritos. AB's burritos.
You know about AB's burrito?
Yeah. I love them. I want one. Oh,
wow.
I got you, Eddie.
Wow.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, so AB, a local hero out in Detroit.
Yeah.
Did they mention that you saved a family from a burning wreckage on the freeway?
They did not. No,
Wait, they didn't mention that?
No, they couldn't. They couldn't.
It's a crowning achievement, dude.
They couldn't fact check that, unfortunately.
Detroit content creator was set for medical career when one YouTube video changed everything. I like that it honors me a little bit as well.
Oh yeah, if you Google it.
Wait, what was the one YouTube video?
The video I made defending Ethan. The one that-
it makes me look like so vain and pathetic. They're like, this guy defended me. He gets a job. That's not what happened.
Yeah, no, that's not.
For the record, I got to know him a lot.
Yeah.
Before we hired him, and he was a good apple, good seed. What's the
Good
expression?
burrito.
He's a good burrito.
Yeah.
Really good.
Bye.
Yeah.
7 layer.
On Google, it says AB from YouTube's H3 podcast got big break from Ethan Klein. That's how it's titled. If you just Google it.
That's awesome. Oh, look at you guys. They really honored you, man. I don't even think I've had a write up this in depth.
I still got some street cred in Detroit.
Damn. Check this out. Working for the H3 podcast. This is the part that interests me. In 2008, In 2018, Ayad posted a commentary video to YouTube defending the host of the H3 podcast from criticism. Ethan being such a vain loser actually just hired him because everybody else on the internet hated him. Well, They wrote that. That's harsh.
Kind of wild.
When I released it, it hardly got any views. It was flooded with hate comments. I just assumed it was just another failure in a long line of failures. Oh, come on, AB. You're being a little bit harsh on yourself, don't you think?
Fuck no, I was a loser for years. What do you mean? My whole family thought I was a loser.
Not Lena.
Not me, but I can
There you
confirm he
go.
was failing. It was failure after failure.
He's a giant fucking loser.
Dude, you still bagged yourself a beauty queen, so.
I did.
True.
You're a loser.
I didn't think about it for years. I didn't even watch it back since then. Had it really been out that long?
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
That's so weird. I wonder why I came back to it and watched it. I don't remember.
I remember. I don't know if it's worth getting into, but Keemstar was sharing the other video that I responded to, and then mine came back up.
Klein students started watching Ayad's live streams. Okay, that's nice that they put a little context into this. Found his commentary video, subscribed to his channel, followed him on Twitter, and later offered him a job. After consistent communication. This is solid journalism.
This is good journalism. So wait, they really did their research and they couldn't confirm the burning car story? I don't want to loop back to that.
No, I tried sending that little video after the burning, but that didn't work.
Be honest, did you supply this information to them?
Yeah, some of it.
Okay.
A lot of the stuff before the creator clash was sort of like just from my videos. Primarily, I have a video about being hired in 2020, and a lot of people get information from that. I've discovered.
This is a nice photo. Look, AB with admiring eyes for his lovely wife, Lena.
This is
And me in the background. Can use that for the reason.
Yeah. Creator Clash 2, oh yeah, dude, they used this photo. They really honoring you, brother.
Yeah, the
Look
girl,
at that. Can you believe that? AB beat the shit out of this guy, and he was way bigger than him.
He punched him, yeah.
He punched him.
Sure
That's
did.
right. That's the least of what you did to him.
He knocked him out.
Missing home. Wow.
Ooh.
Although living in LA, working for a podcast, he was a long-term fan of his dream come true. They still visit their family in Michigan. They make sure to frequent small Middle Eastern bakeries they miss, such as King's Bakery, Golden Bakery, and Yasmin's in Dearborn. 3? You have 3 bakeries you hit up?
That's a lot of baked goods.
I didn't know I was going to be quoted and all that, but yeah, I go to all.
Man, you must love scones or some shit. Or
No, it's a lot better than scones.
It's the Menaish.
Yeah, the za'atar and all that.
That's beautiful. Well, congratulations, guys. Detroit honors you.
Thank you.
The great city of Detroit.
Thank you. Now let's see if the city of Dearborn reposts it. That's going to be the real. The city of Dearborn Instagram is a big deal in our hometown. Let's see if they repost it.
Let's see what's the other, what are the frontline stories if they're running that kind of stuff? Like, cat gets stuck in tree, local hero rescues him. No, we kid, AB. We love him. Yeah, he's a good kid.
Thank you.
That's kind of fun, though. Were you excited? Like, how long was this in the works for you?
Yeah, no, I was. It's been a while since I did this interview. I was telling you about it a while back, but they took a while to release it. My dad actually sent it to me this morning.
Oh, that's so nice.
Yeah.
They were probably doing fact checking.
Probably.
Which is why they didn't include the burning record.
Right. Yeah.
Very interesting to me.
You know, Howie Mandel, I mentioned, is a friend of the show. He had a podcast with Anthony. Wait, he was on Anthony's show. And then Anthony came on his show. Okay, yeah. So here's Howie on this guy, Anthony Padilla.
Mm-hmm.
He's a YouTuber, less popular than me, but people like him. And that's actually not true. But anyway, here's Howie. Here's Howie talking about us.
Come out.
Oh, it comes out, and when it comes out, it doesn't go back in.
No, it does.
Really?
So Ethan Klein, I did his podcast.
Yeah.
And he had a guy on. He turned around and he blew it out and then sucked it back.
He showed you in person?
On a, would it be called FaceTime?
Yeah, he's shocked because he doesn't know how a real show operates, Anthony. You sit there and you ask questions. Oh, wow, so interesting. I show prolapses live to guests, and that's where I'm different than him. And that's kind of, the bleeding edge of, how do you feel about anal prolapses, Eddie?
Well, they are pretty bad.
They're bad.
Yeah.
Yeah. Some people like them. We did a whole kind of adventure. Some people like sexually the prolapse.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I guess different strokes for different folks, right?
To each his own.
To each his own, exactly.
Yeah. If he does that, it would be
Live and let
asinine.
live.
I think he
Live and let prolapse.
That's right.
Yeah. Well said.
showed me on Ask Time. I don't think they showed that on the air. They showed my response. And that's why even now on my merch, I sell, there's a shirt that says, is this COVID related?
Oh shit, that's what it means.
Of my hell.
You lost the sponsors, but you sure gained something more.
There's only a few left if you're gonna click on Howie Mandel.
Okay, Anthony, I don't want to criticize your interviewing skills, but did you really
shit,
not
that's
know
what
what this is
means.
COVID related meant? Like that's literally
He didn't even.
Howie's big moment. He said that's what it
That's what he's famous for.
That's it. That's literally, who is Howie Mandel? He's the ProLabs guy.
Right.
On my merch, I sell, there's a shirt that says, is this COVID related?
Oh shit, that's what it means.
Disgraceful.
That's what it means. Like he was looking through his merch earlier.
Disgraceful.
Fine, people.
Actually, Anthony Padilla, we love you. But that was nice. I love Howie. He gives me so much respect. He's retweeting us. He's talking about us. Howie's just such a great guy. He really is a friend of the show through and through.
But the respect.
But what's interesting is Anthony Padilla went on Howie's podcast, which I've also been on. Actually I was the most viewed for a while. Jeff Dunham passed me recently, which is not a good situation.
Awful. I still don't get it.
Jeff Dunham. I don't think he's very funny, do you?
No.
No, yeah. Thank you for saying that. What's with the puppet?
Puppets.
Who, you know.
They're better than that.
Thank you, Eddie. You understand. Good guy over here, this Eddie. Could get used to sitting next to him. But here's Anthony Padilla from 6 days ago on Howie's. Now, can you just read me the views? It's kind of small. I can't make it out. My eyes aren't what they used to be, and it's really small on the screen. Dan, can you read it?
That looks like 7.5 thousand.
After 6 days.
Yeah.
Right, okay. The great okay, right. Oh, see, yeah, I see that. That's not a lot.
That's a small quantity of views, generally.
That's Anthony Padilla, bro. Maybe if you showed your guest prolapses, more people would be interested in your content. Just saying. That is actually that is. I don't know if this is Howie's fault or Anthony's fault. Who are we blaming for this?
Oh, it's Anthony.
Yeah, it's Anthony.
Yeah, no, clearly.
Yeah.
Look at the episodes preceding.
Yeah, because if you look at, for example, the views on the other ones, if you go to most popular, I mean, here I am with almost 500,000 views.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
Which is staggering.
That
right?
is staggering.
It's huge. But actually, Jeff Dunham, what the fuck, bro? He's got like 50K on me.
Yeah.
Over 50K.
I think, I don't want to make any accusations, but like view botting, maybe?
It's possible.
You think
He is
that
vain.
petty?
I know. Yeah, he's vain like that. He would do that. Do you think Jeff Dunham would view bot?
Yeah.
Probably. Yeah, he's the type to do that. That's actually incredible, though.
Do you want some merch?
Hell yeah.
Watch this. Watch this. Watch this. No.
Oh, that was funny. I like that. Howie's good man like that.
Start the music.
He's trying.
Go ahead. Welcome to Howie Mandel Does Stuff. I'm Howie Mandel.
Dude, it must be rich to like justify like this crazy level of production for 7,000 views. Like this is super produced, you know. He's got like a crew of like 5 or 10 people every time. It's awesome. That's awesome. But we love them both, don't we, folks?
Maybe they get more views on another platform. Maybe he's on Kick or Pluto TV.
Pluto? Is that a real
Roku.
one? Yeah, and I don't want to say I made Howie Mandel, but this is when I appeared on his podcast.
Wow.
So we have a we have a symbiotic relationship like that.
If only you could get people to subscribe to this channel.
I know, that's true. We lose subs here every day.
No.
Yeah, we are bleeding subscribers.
Oh,
It's
wow.
true.
We're
It's
gonna
sadly.
fix that.
Yeah, but you being here is gonna.
I'm going to raise the roof on
Thank you,
these.
brother. I think this is when Anthony was on, actually, if you see this dot here. I don't know why I'm shitting on Anthony. I just like to flex on Howie because he's my best pal. But I don't know what Anthony did to deserve that mistreatment. He's a good guy.
He's just catching strays.
He's catching strays. Actually, I do applaud Anthony because he reinvented himself in a way that, frankly, I didn't think was possible. Anthony Padilla was part of Smosh. It was the biggest YouTube channel for a while, and he left to pursue his own thing, and he actually has done quite well for himself. I'm impressed with how well his solo interviewing show goes. Yes. Unfortunately, as good as his show does, clearly his fans don't follow him to other shows because I guess they're just not engaged enough like our fans are. I'm such a bitch today. Such a petty bitch today. Ethan, shut the fuck up, dude. You know? Well, my mom is standing back and standing by.
Yeah, she said...
like the Proud Boys.
This is exciting.
She said she's watching, actually, so...
Hi, Mom. Let's see what else we got leading up to my mom's great call. Oh, God. The Jersey Outlaw updates. Dude, so this is Jimmy Lee posted this to his Instagram. The Angry Old Man, he titled it. This is crazy, dude. So tell me what you guys think about this. Here, let me play it. Oops, we need some volume here.
You didn't tell me that last time. Last time you sat and we talked.
you in my life.
How's the soup?
Listen, I want to sit here alone.
You didn't tell me that last time. Last time you sat and we talked.
you in my life.
And he uploaded that. Very funny interaction of aggravating an old man. Very funny content by Jimmy Lee. Actually, did you guys find the full clip? Because I felt like it was more.
There was, there was just a slightly longer version posted to, was it on TikTok? Do we have that one?
Jimmy thinks that when he like genuinely angers people, that's good content.
I texted him asking about where the full clip was too, and he proceeded to do the same 5 jokes we've heard a lot.
Oh, he hit you with his regular routine?
Yeah, he told me to go on a vacation. Everyone comes.
Spectacle?
Yeah.
How's
all
the
that
soup?
jazz.
Here. Oh,
you guys got it.
Yeah, we got it.
So here's Jimmy Lee working the streets, doing his thing.
How's the soup?
Listen, I want to sit here alone.
You didn't
Wait,
tell
this
me
got a lot of views. What the fuck?
Yeah, it's 600,000.
Wait, what? He
It's
had
a
a
viral
viral
clip.
moment.
He had a viral moment.
What? What?
It's happening.
This had curb energy. Bernie Sanders versus
This is
Arnold.
crazy. Jimmy Lee has found an audience on TikTok.
Well, at least with that video.
They don't understand the forces that they're dealing with. These people have no idea. Holy fuck.
that last time. Last time you sat and we talked.
you in my life.
You told me last time to have lunch with you. Now you changed your mind. That wasn't nice.
So what's interesting is it looks like Jimmy actually isn't joking.
No, he looks mad.
Like they had a genuine argument, it looked like.
How's
Like-
the soup?
Listen, I want to sit here alone.
Like I genuinely feel that Jimmy remembers him inviting him. And then he didn't appreciate the talk back. This is a real moment.
Could
You didn't tell me that last time. Last time you sat and we talked.
you in my life.
You told me last time to have lunch with you. Now you changed your mind.
Two
That wasn't nice.
old New York Jews battling.
Look at this. He's not joking. He's not doing the jazz fingers. That's a serious moment.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jimmy's upset.
Oh my god, that's probably the funniest moment I've ever seen, dude.
Dude, I was dying.
I find it interesting that he even had the presence of mind to upload that because, like, it's not funny. It's weird.
It is though. I think it's really fucking funny.
I think
That's one of the funniest things he's ever
That's
done.
the only funny thing I've ever seen.
Yeah.
But isn't it just more bizarre, though? Like, without any context? They're just yelling at each other.
Well, ask Eddie. He doesn't have any of the context.
Okay, Eddie, give me your unfiltered take on this.
How's the soup?
Listen, I want to sit here alone.
You didn't tell me that last time. Last time you sat and we talked.
you in my life.
You told me last time to have lunch with you. Now you changed your mind.
Yeah, he's
that wasn't nice.
really getting the realness, and like, he didn't really plan this, and he's giving a lot of forceability on it so that, it doesn't seem like the person that he's with, was in on it with him.
Oh, no. That's as real as it gets.
Oh, yeah.
And I mean, Bernie Sanders has been through enough. Enough. My God, let the man enjoy his soup by himself, for Christ's sake. You're doing too much, Jimmy. But the people love it.
Yeah, I'll have to get some ideas from that. That's good, yeah.
Probably not the best place to get ideas, to be totally frank with you. Yeah. Also, in other news, a neurologist actually on TikTok was praising me for, I had this debate with this guy, Mark Elliott from Nexium. He said he cured Tourette's syndrome. And I had this doctor backing me up, which was really nice to see, actually, because...
Have a good night.
it's just so weird that his claims. Like I'm not sure still what to make. I know there's deception in it, but I'm just not sure what to make of all the claims here. But here's a neurologist who's actually, I guess, pretty popular on TikTok. Skeptic's Guide.
I think you actually fake having Tourette's. Yeah, I think you actually don't have it. Well,
so that was actually Ethan Klein from the H3 podcast there, who did a good job exposing, pushing back against Mark Elliott,
Thank you,
who has
bro.
made quite the career claiming
Thank you.
that some technique he used from a self-help cult helped him get over his rather severe Tourette's syndrome. I thought I'd chime in as a neurologist to back up Ethan. Actually, there is no cure for Tourette's. There is no way to 100% get over or resolve or whatever euphemism Mark wants to use to avoid the cure word. But basically, you can't completely get rid of Tourette's. It's actually built into the very nature of Tourette's itself. So what it is you people who have Tourette's syndrome. It could exist with obsessive compulsive disorder, anxiety, ADD, other neurological disorders. They have a compulsion to do what we call a tic, to do some kind of behavior, either a vocalization or a physical movement. The desire to do the tic builds until they basically have to do it, and that relieves that sensation that they have to do it. By definition, you can't consciously control it. You can't just will yourself not to have those tics. It is treatable. It is manageable. You could learn how to, reduce, triggering of the tics. You could learn. You could take medication to reduce them. But there is no cure. There is no 100% treatment. The idea that you can use any kind of self-help technique to essentially cure it is dubious, to say the least. It's in my opinion, completely bogus.
Thank you, doctor.
They even did, the cult did a study, the Nexium cult, looking at their technique in Tourette's. The doctor who was leading that study actually lost his license for doing unethical research. The people who were involved in the study told horror stories how it destroyed their self-esteem and it was how destructive it was for them. There is no self-help cure for Tourette's. That doesn't fit with the neuroscience, with the neurology. Don't believe it. I don't believe it at all. Cheers.
So, did he play chestnuts at the end?
Yeah.
Who
So
is
funny.
he? Have a good night. It's actually nice to have the backing up there of a neurologist because I'm not a doctor, But this guy's pretty cool. Skeptic's Guide. So shout out to Dr. He didn't have his name. Dr. Skeptic. Yeah, he's a good guy.
Have a good night.
Have a good night. Okay, well, here, Eddie, so before my mom calls in to unpack this drama, I'm going to run to the bathroom real fast.
Okey-doke.
Are you good?
Yeah, I'm
You don't
good.
need anything? Do you need a drink or
Perfect.
snacks?
Yeah,
Okay, I'll be
love it.
right back, and then we'll hop into the next segment. Thanks.
Let's do this. Yeah. Just make sure my hair looks all right. And oh no. This is. Let me just see what is going on there. Okay, better. Well. Yeah, burrito there. Foot soldiers, No, I'm good, thank you very much. Yeah.
Good on water?
Oh yeah, I put it behind the couch, but I'm good, thank you very much. Oh yeah, maybe I'll just get a little tiny bit real quick here while we're sitting here. Okay, perfect. Let's go. All right. Oh, it is. Let me just fix these here. And, just have to like. Ooh. Let me just. Okay, perfect. No, I'm ready. Just wanted to stretch my legs a little bit. Okay.
All right, I think we'll come back in a minute here.
Okay.
Listen, I want to sit here alone.
You didn't tell me that last time. Last time you sat and we
never saw
talked.
you in-
Sorry about that.
The Foot Soldiers, and who else? Let's see, the Vape Nation, Foot Soldiers.
Having a good time so far?
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. I'm really enjoying it. It's very informational and learning a lot, and it's really fun to be in the studio with you guys.
Chad loves you.
Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. Well, I love them back. And I've been mentioning I'm really following the comments, and I'm going to be always saying, yeah, I appeared on the H3 podcast, so go on YouTube and check it out. And, I'll try to follow each comment because I do get a lot of people that are asking me to, talking about the H3 podcast a lot in the comments.
Cool.
And so it's a good tie-in. I really appreciate all the exposure, and it's a dream thing to do, because for a long time I was not blowing up on TikTok. For like 2 years, I couldn't get from 10,000 to 12,000 followers, and then it was only January 17th of my birthday of this year that it started to get a little bit better. But until that time, I couldn't go from 14,000. It just stuck at 14,000 followers forever. And then January 17th, when I started doing a few shirtless videos, that's when it kind of, now I have almost 70,000 followers, and it's really been phenomenal. And I wanted to keep going because I know this other lady that has like 500,000 followers on there, and she's like, and people that you just don't know how they got 500,000 followers or like 1 million followers. And in the same time I've been on there, because I started right during the pandemic on there, and so I hope it keeps continuing. But if not, it's okay. But I really enjoy the little boost so far.
Sure.
And y'all have been really good.
Thank you for filming a video with me too, Eddie.
Oh, yeah. Thank you. Yeah.
Do you usually not take requests? Like if somebody wants to do a video with you?
Yes, I will do any requests they like. I've never said no. And in fact, somebody gave me an idea yesterday about doing like 7 people in a store, any store, and just have them all be shirtless and I be the one with the shirt on. So I might start doing like shirt on videos where I tell them no, like I tell them I wouldn't take my shirt off, just to like have a diversion from the same old, because I always like to do variety. I never like to stay on the same thing. But it's been, I used to do singing on there and acting duets and a lot of singing duets. And one guy that I follow a lot on there, he got to accompany Joss Stone a lot. And then another one he got 500,000 followers by Billie Eilish one time from her bedroom with half of a light on. Did a duet with him, and he's a vocal coach. And ever since then, I'm promoting him constantly because I sing a lot of duets with him. And so he's back in England, and so I always tell people, follow this person and at so-and-so, and he's been duetted by Billie Eilish, so you can duet with him too. So I'm always helping others promote, and I've always constantly sent people a lot of, and now I'm starting to tag you a lot too in all my videos. I'll put at H3 Podcast because you have a following on there as well. And I know you only follow about 13 people, but I was a little miffed that you didn't follow me, but I know you may or may not be able to because, you know, your first person you follow is Howie Mandel, and then you have some others, but you only follow about 13 people. So that's how come I didn't get your instant messages, probably because I may have not been able to follow you back because I only have 10,000 people I can follow on TikTok. You can't, and I've always told them, you know, I wish they could just, some of the JT Barrett, there's this guy named, and you might want to have him on your show too, JT Barnett. He tried to do a Real House for TikTok about 3 years ago when the pandemic happened, and they tried to pay their rent of a big house by having like a TikTok real world house, like MTV meets like, you know, Big Brother house. And I don't think it went, it just never caught on, but they still do. He constantly texts me all the time. I must have signed up for his email list. And he's always texting me, giving me these motivational, like, I hope everything's good today, you rock, or you'll do well. And I don't know if he's texting like 400,000 people at the same time. Then there's another guy, Justin, that does Broadway. He was in Tina Turner on Broadway. He's on TikTok, and what happens with him is he started this whole like group that they pay him to give, you know, for him to like motivate them. And you know, now people are starting to do subscriptions on TikTok when you go live, and I haven't done that, but to try to monetize, because you could pay like $5 for all the, and if you have a subscription goal, if you get like 500 people following your lives all the time and they pay $5 a month, you do the math, you know, they could make money doing that. But I never really wanted to do that. I grew up doing community theater where we were unpaid, and I was in the Saltines in my hometown. They were like the San Antonio Little Theater teen group, and we were like you know, like they had Kids Incorporated here in Los Angeles. And it was sort of like that. We did a lot of like before Glee type of stuff, you know. And we would tour all over San Antonio and the Riverwalk and do, but it was always unpaid. And then I did a lot of community theater that was unpaid too. So I don't mind it. I really, my mom always said it was an honor to do it, you know. And my parents weren't into showbiz. I got them involved in the theater. Then my mom became the box office manager of the theaters that we worked in San Antonio. And, you know, San Antonio was mostly military, Hispanic town, 5 military bases, a lot of Latinos there, like 80% Latino. And San Antonio's, we don't have an ocean there, you know, you have to go 4 hours to Corpus Christi to an ocean. And so, that's why I like LA. I came here when I was, you know, 18, 19, 20. And, you know, the pay then was like $5 an hour for minimum wage, $8 an hour in the 80s. And then I used to do like telemarketing to make ends meet. And I worked as an intern in my agent's office. And she had like she had like the Cosby Kid, one of the Cosby kids, and Greg Kinnear. She had Greg Kinnear. And I would sit in the office and, you know, on a desk and answer phones, and I'd say, artist first, artist first. And my agent liked the way I said artist first. You know, she thought that I was proud of being in that agency. Yeah. And my commercial agent would always say, you know, you're in the receptionist here at the office, and you never know who could come in at any moment, you know. And Greg Kinnear came in one time, and I used to watch him on the primetime channel. It was before the E! Channel. Every day, you know, after I'd get home from either an acting class or my agent's office or whatever it was, telemarketing job, and I'd watch the primetime movie channel. But Greg Kinnear wasn't even signed theatrically with her. She would only take him on commercially. And then he got as good as it gets, and he gets an Academy Award Supporting Actor nomination. But I asked him while I was on the desk, you know, hey, Greg, I really loved you on your primetime movie channel. And he goes, thanks a lot. And then like, yeah, we would have like the maid that killed Selena, Lupe Ontiveros, and we had like one of the 21 Jump Street kids because she handled a lot of the ethnic talent when nobody in LA in '85 would hand. It was mostly white bread, and they wouldn't handle like blacks, Hispanics, and Asians. But she was like one of the first trailblazers to like have ethnicities in her roster. But back then, you know, it was like, I lived in Beverlywood subdivision, and I was renting a room downstairs in a pool room, you know, by the pool, and right across the street, you know, they would call that neighborhood the jungle, and Beverlywood subdivision was like where the black people didn't go, you know, and like if they crossed the street, they would say, go back to your jungle over there. So it was kind of not as, even though LA has always been good to the ethnics, it was like not always that way. There was still a lot of racism even back then in '85. But we had Malcolm Jamal Warner of The Cosby Show, and Justin Nguyen from 21 Jump Street, and Greg Kinnear. And in our rosters, I used to pick pictures for, like, you know, back then. And like for Morgan Fairchild, I would, you know, and then back then when I came to town in '85, they had Pee-wee's Big Adventure and was out in the movies. And I did a lot of auditions for like Revenge of the Nerds Part 2. And, you know, there were a lot of nerdy roles you could try out for. And I did do a Shakey's Pizza commercial it was a national commercial, and they flew me to Minneapolis, Minnesota, and I got to do that, and that was exciting. And you get to, back then they would fly people first class as an actor, you know, even if you were in a commercial or something. And I told my agent, you know, we're stuck here for 3 days in a blizzard, and Rhoda Gemignani from Who's the Boss is here. She was playing my mom or something, or aunt. It was for an all-you-can-eat Shakey's Pizza buffet commercial. And I said, she was the reason that didn't go longer, and I could have made $1 million doing it and get a Malibu house, was because she had been like she was like the spokesperson for Ragu back in the late 70s and early 80s. So when Shakey's Pizza hired her, they probably realized she was the Ragu lady, and it could have been a conflict, you know. But I auditioned with one of the Mrs. Kravitz from Bewitched to get on that Shakey's Pizza commercial, and it was me and Mrs. Kravitz, the real Mrs. Kravitz, or the last one. They had 3 Mrs. Kravitz on Bewitched. And it was fun being back then in the '85 times, because when I first came to town, because we had the We Are the World had just come out, you know, and so it was like the We Are the World kind of times, you know, and it was fun because back then you had a lot of the rock and roll, you know, Ralphs and the rock and roll kind of vibe going on in LA, you know, it was really burgeoning. And yeah, back then in the '90s, and I've been here in the 2000s and 2010s and then 2020s, but it's a whole different ball game now with streaming and everything else.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, some good times. Yeah, I was in a lot of classic movies. Showgirls, I was in Showgirls. I was there the day that Elizabeth Berkley was getting manhandled and fondled by the director, Paul Verhoeven, in a scene we did at Raleigh Studios in Hollywood. It was, back then it was Formosa Studios, you know, or one of those where they filmed Dynasty after they moved it from 20th Century Fox. And I was on Dynasty one time with Blake Carrington on a beach scene in Malibu with I had to hire a German Shepherd dog from SAG, you know, to get like a trainer to bring the dog to the set to get the job. And back then, you know, I played a football player on Married with Children and a basketball player on Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, and never played basketball or football before. But, you know, back then you just threw on a uniform and you played the basketball or you played football. And got to work with Kirk Douglas and Eric Douglas one time when they were blowing up like World War I scenes with landmines. And I couldn't stand it because they were blowing things up around us. So I faked being sick, and I had to go to the med, they had a medic, you know, one of those ambulances that on set. And so they made me drink 6 gallons of Gatorade thinking I was dehydrated just so I wouldn't have to work in that scene where they were blowing up landmines. But I did China Beach for 2 years with Dana Delaney and Mark Helgenberger from CSI, and had to wear GI soldier outfit and, you know, grease all over my face every day and oil, you know, and then they would blow you up. They'd put squids on you and blow things up. And I got PTSD from working on that for 2 years.
Wow.
Because it was a lot of like sitting in trenches while they blew up and having to run around blow up scenes and helicopters and like, you know, we had to actually be Vietnam War people. And they made it look real. And right next to us was filming another series about Vietnam. And so I had to be like a Vietnam War soldiers. And then like for TV shows like The X-Files, we had to run on top of like roofs. But one of my favorites too was like Seven with Brad Pitt, and where I had to be like a SWAT team coming in and out of a truck, you know, and really being a SWAT and being like hustling to get in and out of that SWAT truck. And a lot of times you had to carry around you had to be a policeman on sets with guns and all the different accoutrements from the guns and the police uniform. And my very first extra job, I got to actually be a cop and have speaking lines as a cop and read the Miranda rights to one of the White Castle guys. And with James Spader, and that was fun working with him. And a lot of the Rob Lowe TV movies and TV shows. And then, I did 5 Jim Carrey movies, 7 or 8 Adam Sandler movies, where, you know, once they used you and Adam Sandler knew you, you'd work on it from time to time, so those were fun. Or Volcano, Dante's Peak, Independence Day. I got to read lines with like Jeff Goldblum from Independence Day, because I helped him practice lines of Independence Day, you know, while we were there on set waiting around because there's a lot of downtime. Or going into trailers of actresses and going and doing soap operas where you're helping them with their lines that they're going to 80 pages of dialogue.
Right.
Like right now, I'm supposed to go right after this to a play that I got where they're going to put together a one-man show. And so I'm thinking, you know, they have no script, but we'll have to just like improvise it. And they're going to film it, I think. They're trying to sell it to a network on how to hire an actor and do a one-man show all of a sudden, like in 4 hours. But yeah, a lot of it, I've played a lot of aliens. I played one time for, you know, where you had to wear a full alien like head for like, you know, different TV shows. And it pulls on your neck. Sometimes the prosthetics that they put, it pulls on your neck a lot, or it hurts your, you know, up here, it pulls hair. One of my last jobs recently was like a basketball drama for a streaming channel in which we had to wear wigs and pins in our hair, and it was 70s. Oh, and I got to work with Jay Leno recently on a movie that he played Ed, you know, from the Ed Sullivan. That was fun. And Jay, I got to work with him on a lot of episodes of his You Bet Your Life. And you got to ask questions, and he always talks a lot, you know, to all the audience. And even between takes, and he never leaves the set. And we're sitting there and we go on restroom breaks, but he like stays there the whole time and entertains people. But my favorite job was on Birdcage with Robin Williams, and there were drag queens that were dancing in between takes and like out in the parking lot. You have hours to sit there and wait till they set up and Mike Nichols, a big director, and sometimes you get to be in scenes that are cut in the movie. And then Robin Williams kept entertaining us in between takes, and he was like, his mom came to the set and we got to eat with his mom and him, and he was very serious off camera, but then when he's ready in the set, he was very comedic and constantly on and constantly entertaining us and making sure we're all like having a great time. And it was so shocking, the difference when he goes to eat lunch, he's totally serious and with his mom and serious and like totally night and day. He had a personality that was like happy one minute and like not depressed, but just very serious and stern the next minute, you know, after he's away from the set. And another fun one I did was with Roseanne and Tom Arnold, in which she used to turn her seats away from the set. And her and Tom Arnold, and I got to lay down on like a carpet with her, like she would put a beach towel down and just sit there on the floor, like, you know. And we're wondering, she was no Miss Hollywood like we thought she would be, you know. It's just, but that was fun. And the Connors, I got to be in the audience a lot of of the Connors, and they recently asked me to be like a mascot on on that Masked Singer. Yeah, you had to go in for a wardrobe fitting and go in and like be fit, and I think it was going to be for me to like maybe double Amber Riley, because at the time I was bigger, and maybe she had a big frame, and they didn't want to disrespect her and like have a woman play her that was bigger. So they asked a man to like fit into her sizes or something. But I used to work on Glee a lot, and that was fun. I got to work with, I saw you had a picture of Adam Lambert, and I got to do a lot of dance scenes with him. And one time I was on the set with, Leah Michelle and Eric Stoltz from Back to the Future directed a lot of episodes, and he would come up to me and say, "Hi, I'm Eric Stoltz." I told him, "Yes, I know who you are. Oh, yeah, I adore you and I respect you." And I got to work on a few movies of his before he was going to go, after he had lost the part on Back to the Future Part 2, like in the 80s and 90s. But he was a good director and actor from The Mask. But Eric Stoltz directed a lot of Glee episodes, and Glee was my favorite show to work on. That and 90210 and Beverly and the original Melrose Place. I got to work on a lot of Melrose Place, a lot of that. I proposed to Tori Spelling on the set of 90210.
No.
Don't turn the TV on.
She said yes. She actually said yes. It was before she got married, and she goes, yes, right away, no hesitation. Because I said, I really did like her. It wasn't that I just wanted to marry a Spelling. You know, I did like her. I like Randy Spelling. I followed him a lot when he was first on TikTok and as well. He lives in Portland, I think. And recently I've been following Danny Pintaro. He might even come on your show. But he couldn't get past 8,000 followers, even though he's a TV star. And he got mad at TikTok because they weren't giving him enough love. And I went on his page and was telling him about the ins and outs of why I felt similar, and he couldn't follow us. And he was telling me, "Oh yes, that's just unacceptable." That, you know, but the main beef was that he couldn't get enough followers, even though he was a TV star from Who's the Boss. And I used to work on Who's the Boss a lot with Dan. I got to do a few things with, Danny DeVito. I recently worked with Danny DeVito, and one of my favorites too recently was I got to be a cameraman on The Pool Man with Chris Pine. That was one of the extra jobs that I enjoyed, and I got featured recently where I got to be in the movie. It was a shit movie, though. It was horrible. But Chris Pine, he's like one of my favorite actors. I got to see him in a play, you know, at the David Geffen Playhouse. And my God, well, Chris Pine from Star Trek, you know, Shatner. And but I did work with him on that movie, and I thought it was going to be like a funny comedy, but it turned out it was more like a psychological drama. But at the time when we were doing it, you know, it seemed like he should have made it a really funny comedy. But he directed it and wrote it, Chris Pine. It was called The Pool Man. It was recent. That was fun to work on because you got to work with Annette Bening. And, you know, Annette Bening, I did the president, I did the American president with her. And, well, when you get directed by like Rob Reiner, that's always fun. I got to work on Mississippi Burning with Rob Reiner, and of course, you know, Alec Baldwin. That was fun. Poor Alec Baldwin, though, huh? What happened to him? But you know, a lot of times when you're on the sets, sometimes you worry about the safety sometimes. And that lady, you know, there was a young girl that didn't kind of put in the bullets properly, or they didn't test them. But Alec Baldwin, when he was saying, you know, am I aiming it right at the camera? Am I aiming it? Am I aiming it? It was sort of a little suspect. But the thing is that he was trying to look cool. That's the problem. He's getting older. And he even said that before that shooting happened, he had said that his eyes were getting puffy, very puffy. And they get very, when you're aging. He was a hot guy on Knots Landing. But then when he started aging, and he gets terrible puffiness of his eyes here and there, he's very sensitive to how he's going to look on camera. And that was what his fault was. That's what caused the whole situation, because he was trying to aim it to where he would look as cool as possible holding a gun, because he didn't want to look weird and wacky. He had to look sort of like, how Liam Neeson looks holding a gun, or other people, and that could have been the problem. Plus, Rust was a very, very low budget production, and they're still filming it and they're finishing it, but they moved to a different whole place, to do Rust, another ranch. But why, they'd have to finish it because now there'll be interest in the movie. To see, people will go see it, like when they saw, the guy from Batman, when the guy died, Heath Ledger, everybody went to see that movie so that it would be like Rebel Without a Cause to see when James Dean died, his last movie, But it'll be curious to see if Rust does any business. But it might, it'll probably be a cult classic because of what happened. But I wonder if Alec Baldwin is going to be lynched and mobbed over it, and is he going to have to serve jail time and all that? But a lot of times on sets, there have been times when I felt unsafe too, and there's nothing you can do, because you wonder, are you going to die over it? So I've actually gone to the emergency trailers and telling them, like I did on that one World War I picture, when they're blowing up landmines, I didn't want to get injured. And I stopped working on China Beach because I finally caved in and told them, I was sitting in a trench while they were going to blow it up. And I finally told them, I can't take this anymore. And when you're there 18, 19, 20 hours a day, and you're making golden time, is what you said, what golden time was. Yeah, it's like, that's great, but it's just psychologically getting on you. It's wearing and tearing on you. And finally, Chip Vieselek, or whoever was the PA or first AD on the show, finally just said, well, okay, Eddie, get out of there. And then I didn't work on the show much anymore because you can't say no to them. They want you in that particular area, and they want you, and there's nothing you can do. You really can't say no as an extra, Like if you were an actor, you have choices, but if you're an extra, when they place you, you can't just direct yourself. You have to, but nowadays, and then I just worked recently on one where I was in an airport scene, where all the airport scenes are usually shot at the LA Convention Center, and people like working there because it's a lot better than working at a real airport. So I just recently did one called Rap Shit that was there. It was called Rap Shit. That was my last job. Rap Shit, it was just about 3-4 weeks ago, and that's good that I remembered that now because I haven't been paid for it yet. But you have to call the payroll company because everything's digital now, and sometimes you don't fill out vouchers. And so I have to call them because when you get there, your stage name is for SAG is different than it is for your screen name or something like that. But generally nowadays it's laid back, and you can do it even if you're SAG, because non-union if you want to, or SAG, because they look away from it unless you have an actual speaking part and so forth. But before, people would all be worried that, oh, you might not be able to, what if you lose your SAG card over it? But I've defended a casting company several times when SAG called me to say, hey, you worked on a Coke commercial or Pepsi commercial with, or T-Mobile, one of the mobile companies, with the Boris Bend It Like Beckham, the guy Beckham, John, that's married to the Spice Girl. And they called and said, you worked for BTS, and why were you non-union that day? And BTS told them at SAG that there were no numbers, that SAG doesn't increase the numbers of the Screen Actors Guild people to be paid union wages, so the union has to work non-union. But the non-union pay could be like $250 for the day, and the union pay for a union commercial could be $366, so it's not much difference. And for that, you'd rather work than not make zero. And so I defended BTS because even though they don't work me much SAG, still I felt like, they work you at least, and they're hardworking agency for extras. So I told SAG a thing or three, and that shut them up. I told them, there's no numbers, you're not increasing your numbers, and there were no numbers that day, and she told you that originally, and it said in the letter that they sent to me, you know, if you do that, you could have possibly have lost your SAG card. And but we were told because there were no numbers that day, that's why you worked non-union. So what is your take on that? And I had to tell them, you know, I defended the people I work with, because it's like, but other extras would not do that. They would chastise that company, and that's why that happened, in order to like think they can just get a SAG pay that day or an upgrade. But if they hire you and you're at that pay, you know, it's not their fault all the time. There is nepotism, there is favoritism sometimes, but not all the time. And I realize, you know, that they had, at least they hired, you know, 500 extras, so they could only hire 100 union, but still they hired 400 other non-union extras. So, like, I had to work Euphoria and all non-union. And when I got there, Zendaya, she had her tennis shoe laces untied for the whole time. I mean, she never tied her tennis shoes. And she was real frumpy looking. Normally she's a glamour puss, but she had to wear, like, you know, really baggy clothes and kind of look frumpy for Euphoria. And we were doing a theater scene where we were in the audience and I was in the first or second row, and there's, you know, Zendaya, and she's all walking around or sitting on the stage with her tennis shoe laces untied, and I get constantly ribbed for having my tennis shoe laces untied. So whenever anyone says that, I always say, well, I'm like Zendaya, we don't tie our tennis shoes. It's an attention grabber. We don't have to tie our tennis shoes. Why don't you talk to Zendaya about that? She doesn't tie her tennis shoes. But some people don't. It's like, who decreed that you have to tie your tennis shoes constantly? I mean, I get told by a friend of mine who I walk the dog with on Chandler in my home, you know, in Burbank, oh, your tennis shoes untied. And I have to say, like, you know, who decreed? Oh my God, what's going to happen if the tennis shoes are untied? Oh. You know, I don't have to tie them. Why don't you tie them? Or like if I'm on the set, sometimes I'll tell the wardrobe. I get sick of them telling me, oh, you have to tie your tie, or tie your tie. That's how they talk. They just say it bluntly, like, tie your tie. And I usually tell them, you know, I was one of those tie clipper persons that already had a clip, you know, you just clip on ties. And I don't tie ties. I don't know how to tie a tie. I never learned. I don't care. And so I go like,
who is this?
You tie it. You're the wardrobe people.
What's going on?
You go ahead and tie it. They're paying you to be the wardrobe. Could you do it for me?
This guy doesn't have a shirt on.
Hello, how are you? Yes, I'm here. I'm Shirtless Eddie. I do TikTok videos with my shirt off. It's been going viral. So that's why I've been deciding to do it. And that's why Ethan saw me, or somebody saw me on TikTok, one of the crew members here. And how are you? Nice to meet you. Basically, it's just a thing that I do. You know, I've been recently getting more followers on TikTok. So I like it because it's just because, you know, you can be more free in LA, a little more laid back. And also I lost weight. I lost 33 pounds in 3 weeks on the Feel Great system. And so I figured I want to show my before and after pictures. I really do. And so I lost weight. I was 269 pounds when I started 3.5 weeks ago. Now I'm 237 pounds. And my goal is to go to 200 or 198. But also I'm curbing my diabetes, my cholesterol, my blood sugar went down, my high blood pressure. I have more energy, more stamina, more confidence. And it's all because of one drink you drink in the morning. And then 10 minutes before you eat a meal, you drink another little drink. And you can eat 2 meals a day. But I did fast. It's like Yom Kippur. I fasted every day now. I'm making up for the times I didn't fast in Yom Kippur, because you just fast at night, 8 hours at night, and then 4 hours in the morning. You just don't eat a breakfast. But at 1 p.m. or 5 p.m., you can eat your breakfast if you want. And you can eat, it's food freedom. And so, you know, it's a little drink called the Feel Great system. I met somebody on TikTok. I saw their videos, and he used to run or be the CEO of like Herbalife or some company. But Unicity, they're called Unicities. I thought they were Unicity, but they're called Unicity. Balance and Unicity, Unamate. And it's the yerba mate plant from South America. It's all natural. There's no sugar in it. It's 360 times more chlorogenic acid that's found in coffee. And I don't drink coffee. And I used to drink hot tea or cold tea. I don't drink coffee. So that's why the chlorogenic acid is burning my fat. It gives you stamina. It's willpower in a packet. And it's only $5 a day. And now everybody on TikTok is selling it. But I didn't become a distributor. I'm just a raving fan and actor and singer. And so I lost weight on it, and I can fit into some clothes that are for the wardrobe department because they're all low budget right now. And they don't really have sizes over like a 42 or 44 waist. And now I can fit into shirts extra large, and before I was a 2XL, just 3 weeks ago, 4 weeks ago. So it really works. And it just burns off your fat while you eat foods and you still lose weight. So I really enjoy it. And I only sold one kit to somebody. It's only like $5 a day. But if they sell it to someone else, then they would make $10. And if you pay $50, you become a distributor, and you can sell the kits, and every kit you sell to somebody for $147, you get $25. Right now I just get a credit on my account. But it's worth it because what your health is worth. You know, if I get neuropathy, it kills your neuropathy pain, it kills your inflammation. It's a fiber matrix. So what happens is I haven't had to urinate as much. I used to go frequently. I don't have to. I'm 56 years old. So now on this Feel Great system, I don't have to urinate, but you know, at a regular basis. I don't have to go every 5 seconds to the restroom because I'm not bathing in insulin anymore. It's insulin, I'm insulin, where before I was insulin resistant, now that's burning the food for fuel. So it works. I've been happy with it. And I never tried a diet. I never went on those yo-yo diets, but none of them worked. And so I might have tried the Zone Perfect diet years ago. And that was food that you'd order and they'd leave it on your front doorstep. But I thought they put something in the food back then, and because it was making me loopy or something, like in 2003 or something. It was called the Zone Perfect Diet, and it was only in LA. And it was like, you know, before they had like the meal kits or meal plans, like, you know, now they have the Martha Stewart's and the, you know, the food meal kits now that you can either cook or have them like TV dinners that you throw in the microwave or the air hydrators or whatever they're called. And so now I really like it. It's called the Feel Great System. And I just put the website on my little bio in TikTok, but I don't really push it that much. There are and it's just 2 boxes. You get 60 days of the Balance Fiber Matrix, and you get 30 days supply of it's a herbal tea, not a herbal tea, but it's like a lemon tea, and you can choose your flavors, lemon tea, or you can have black like coffee, or you can have ginger citrus. For in the morning, you just drink it in a little shaker bottle, and you don't have to even use a blender. You just take the packet and you throw it in the little thing, and you sip on it whenever you feel hungry. But it curbs your appetite and extends your fast. And it's like every day is Yom Kippur because I only fast for 8 hours at night when I go to sleep and 4 hours in the morning. And then I can eat anything I want at 1 o'clock or 5 o'clock. It's food freedom. But it also helps I'm not going to have a heart attack now from diabetes. And soon I'll be off of metformin and glipizide. So the pills, instead of taking the pills when you drink the drink, it helps you and allows you, all these people have been off of the pills now, of the glipizide and metformin. And they're also off high blood pressure medication and all the statins and all that. So I don't know, you can check it out. It's called the Feel Great System. It's by Unicity, and everybody's on TikTok now. I see a lot of people, all of a sudden 8 or 9 people are starting to like push it. But the one man that I saw on there, I just was motivated by his videos because it showed the before and after pictures, and his face was wider and his body was wider, and now it shrunk, you know, and he looks younger, and he's 69 years old. And he can actually go and bench press, and he can go to the gym if he wants. He had neuropathy pain so bad that he couldn't walk hardly. Now he's doing exercises at the gym. And I too didn't go to the gym for the last 10 years because my aerobics teacher quit going there, and she went to Marina Del Rey. And it was too far from me from the valley to schlep all the way to Marina del Rey. But now, and I used to take aerobics 3 times a week. And I also took with Richard Simmons, Richard Slimmons, or whatever it was called. And he was a weird one. And I love him to death. But when I worked, when I went to his studio to work out, he had 2 female bathrooms, which is okay with me. I don't care what they do. But it was just more, you know, he was catering more to women. I understand that. But he did have a lot of men in there too that would take his aerobics. And I would wear short shorts when I would go to his classes, sort of like, because bikini shorts, just because that was what he was dancing as. And we would like dance around to like, back then it was like, you know, like, there was the Christina Aguilera Cher movie just came out, so we would dance a lot to the songs from that movie, burlesque, and but basically Richard Simmons went nowhere. He went out the door. I don't know if you could get him in here, but he like, where did he go? He disappeared. He kind of went wacko. For some reason, he kind of went crazy, and now all of a sudden you don't see or hear from him. But when I was on the Bonnie Hunt show, it was like a Mary Tyler Moore sitcom, and I got to be a featured extra, and I was on a desk right next to Bonnie Hunt for like 13 episodes. And it was before they did they built the Grove, and they had just built a few new studios at CBS. And anyway, Bonnie Hunt was in that Dave movie where she goes, and we're walking. And then she was in, you know, Cheaper by the Dozen, and she was in Jumanji with Robin Williams, I think it was. Anyway, Bonnie Hunt, I loved her. She was like, before Jane Lynch was so popular, Bonnie Hunt was popular. And then all of a sudden, and they took together at Second City, Bonnie Hunt and Jane Lynch. But then Jane Lynch got the TV series, you know, Glee, and where did Bonnie Hunt go? But she's done a few streaming TV series. But I loved her, I really did. I liked her a lot, and she was funny. But she came on when Seinfeld had just come on for the first 2 years on CBS, and David Letterman produced her. And what happened was they had an affair, and David Letterman would come and fly all the way from New York before he would do his talk show at night. He'd fly there just to go into her dressing room, and they would be making out together. And they were both married at the time. David Letterman had not divorced yet. And also, Bonnie Hunt's husband, he got a lot of stock with American Online. And she would tell us on the set, my husband's wasting all my money buying stock in American Online. I just know something's going to go wrong. We're going to lose it all. And, you know, then later, 2-3 years later, American Online kind of tanked. They thought they were going to be the next Time Warner had bought them, or they kind of merged, you know, with Time Warner, and they thought they were going to be a big, and what happened to America Online? But I was with them for many years. And so it was fun, you know, to work on that sitcom. And I did a lot of sitcoms. I was there when Leo DiCaprio was a little kid on Growing Pains, and I got to stand right next to, you know, Kirk Cameron in between takes and before we would go onto the set. And Kirk was so jealous of Leo DiCaprio. It was seethingly upset that Leo was taking his thunder. And then Kirk fired his then on-screen girlfriend because she was a Playboy centerfold, and Kirk was too, you know, prim and proper. And he was just getting into the Pritikin diet. And I used to take gifts that I would bring the scripts from the trailers of some of the Growing Pains kids, and I would they'd ask me to go get the script for them, and we would practice lines in between takes. That was a lot of fun. Or working on Growing Pains, you know, that was fun. And yeah, those were the good old days. But, you know, recently I've done a lot of TV shows and movies. It's just that they only do 8 episodes of these streaming shows, so you don't get a chance to like really, you know, get to work on it long enough. You might only work 1 or 2 episodes, when before they would do like 39 episodes, you know. But I did do Grey's Anatomy a lot. I worked on that show a lot recently, and through the years, I got to do their 200th episode with Patrick Dempsey. And I did work on some movies with Patrick Dempsey as well. And that was fun, you know, to work with him and some of the old 80s and 90s stars. And well, Pierce Brosnan put his arm around me on a couch in The Lawnmower Man. You know, he did that in between the time he was 007. And that was fun. He goes, "What's up?" And he had his arm around me for quite a long time during when we did The Lawnmower Man 2 or something like that. And sometimes, oh, my favorite one to work on was, now it's bringing back memories, was I did the Centipede, Human Centipede 3, and I had to be a human centipede on the floor, stuck head to groin with nails in a centipede line, and the raunchy director's language that she used, it was so raunchy and so dirty. You talk F words and you talk, but this was like porno talk, the way she was talking. And it was so raunchy that Eric Roberts off screen was laughing about how raunchy it was. I mean, he was just laughing his head off because he produced, I think, Centipede 3, but we had to be human centipedes, and that was fun to be like head to butt, and they go, get in there, put your head next to that butt, get in there, and then and don't move, and put your head like closer to the butt crack, and they would talk so raunchy. The dirty and director was like getting into all, because that movie Human Centipede, the dialogue in the script, if you watch that movie, is very raunchy, dirty talk. And I think but she really got into it, the female director, you know, from that movie. And sometimes the directors, they get into that. You know, I played a bouncer one time on a C. Thomas Howell movie, and it was, that particular director kept calling me a couple of times back because he liked, and don't look like a bouncer, but I got to like tell people, stand back, don't be around this velvet rope. Nobody gets around this velvet rope or whatever it was. And I had to have dialogue, you know, they just threw you dialogue, or if you're in a bar scene, they might throw you some dialogue. But I have found that when you're an extra, if you're in the right time at the right place, you get more lines than you do when you audition, really. It's just because of the fact that they throw in extra stuff that they're gonna need, or somebody didn't show up, or you're just like the right type at the right time, you know. I have another friend who on Facebook constantly puts an arrow towards everything he's ever been in, and he'll like put an arrow, and he puts like every single little thing he's ever been in, he'll like post it on Facebook. And you could get in trouble for doing that because you're not supposed to share it on social media, some of the things you're in right away, because then people could see it before it happens. Because Rosie O'Donnell got in trouble one time on her talk show, or she didn't get in trouble, but they got very upset with her when she revealed, she spoiled, no spoiler alert, for Fight Club, the movie I was in with Meatloaf, and we were shirtless in a Fight Club scene, and she told the audience before the movie came out, the whole synopsis of the movie and how it ended, and the studio got upset, and I think Brad Pitt got very upset with her over that. But she kind of divulged that she didn't like that movie, and what's really weird is she's into she's into the fighters, you know, the UFC. She'll watch the UFC fights all the time. So, but back then maybe she just wasn't into UFC at that time. But see, Fight Club was very violent in her opinion about the, you know, people getting all beat up and abused and bruised up because of the fact that they were bullied, you know, as part of the joke on the Fight Club, or the thing that they were told to do their assignment. So that was, and I used to watch the Rosie O'Donnell show, and of course, when she came to LA, I watched it, but I understand that she got into some squabble over the fact that she revealed the ending of a movie before it came out. But, you know, that's the way it is. She's a nice gal. She follows me on TikTok, Rosie O'Donnell, and you know, there's other people that I've helped. I used to push her merch line. She did a t-shirt line called Rosie Freakin' O'Donnell, and the merch line was made by sniffapickle.com/Rosie. So like I'm doing with the shirtless videos, I used to do for Rosie O'Donnell. Countless people, I would go and say, hey, what do you think of Rosie O'Donnell? Could you say Rosie freaking O'Donnell on camera? Just say, hey, I'm mesmerized by your shirt. What does it say? Rosie freaking O'Donnell. And I would get like maybe 400, 500 people to say, hey, I like your shirt. What does it say? And they would read what said on my shirt. It said Rosie freaking O'Donnell. And a lot of them thought that she was Roseanne Barr. Or, you know, and I had to tell them, no, she's not Roseanne Barr, you know, type of thing. But I used to push her merch line a lot. And that's why she followed me, because a lot of the people that saw that I was pushing her merch line would like say at Rosie, at Rosie, at Rosie on my comments in my posts, because countless people I would push her merch line. And then when she did the L word, and she got to do a bowling scene, she didn't even have me come on as a bowler. But I did get speaking lines on a bowling movie with one of the guys from, the French guy from, you know, from the Entourage, one of the Entourage kids, guys. I was doing a bowling movie one time, and it was like an independent movie. It wasn't a bowling movie, but that was our scene. And the director happened to be from one of those old NBC dramas, like The Profiler or something like that from NBC, and she liked me. She was a blonde lady, and she just happened to like me. Sometimes the directors, they just get a feel for you when you first walk on to them, and they kind of like you. But she seemed to like me for some reason, and then she said, Eddie, you're going to have speaking lines today. I want you to say this and this and this. And I want you to also grab the guy from the Entourage and pull him away from you. So I had to get a stunt coordinator guy to show me how I could like pull him away when he was going to have a fight with another guy on the set. And I had to put my arms around him and like pull him away from another guy in the scene for some reason. And I had to like learn the stunt moves and things like that on how to like, or he's going to punch you out, and we need to have you know how to like do it fake, but not look too fake, but he's not really going to punch you, but you're going to go like this, and then this is how you throw it, how when they throw a punch, you're going to go like that, and things like that. You have to sometimes, I was on another thing where they,
oh my God,
the stunt people or the stunt coordinators have to show you what you're going to be doing because they want it to look so real. And so that was fun working with one of the Entourage guys. And then one of the guys from White Castle, the movie or whatever, oh, Keenan, the one about the two guys, Kulam and Kumar, or what's his name? Kulam, Harold and Kumar. One of the Harold and Kumar guys, one time I was a cop and I had to put handcuffs around him and like put the actual handcuffs on him and like give him the Miranda rights, and then I had to like lock the key, the director said, and put them on him, and then put your little key in there and make sure they're real tight. And he was like freaking out because I put the little handcuffs on him. The guy that was one of the Harold or Kumars. He wasn't freaking out, but he was like playing with me to make it look like it was like a fetish thing, and like he was like maybe traumatized by maybe in real life he had had sex and he had the little handcuffs thrown on him for sex scene or something, and maybe that brought back sense memory because he was trying to be a dramatic actor and that kind of thing. Who's this over here? There's somebody over there with a Mickey Mouse and he's got his shirt off. And so is basically, are you the mom of Ethan? Are you Ethan's mom? Oh, very nice to meet you.
Mom.
What city are you in?
I'm in Woodland Hills.
Oh, Woodland Hills, California. Very good. So we're just waiting for Ethan to interview you?
I guess. I don't know what's going on. You certainly have.
I just want to say, I hate the rain. I hate the rain. I hate the fucking rain.
Awesome.
He hates the rain.
They hate the rain?
He said he hates the rain.
Great. Well, you know, this one lady I know was upset with Howie Mandel because she went on they went on that show, you know, the NBC's America's Got Talent, and I think what happened was they were the three grandmothers or something, and Howie X'd her, gave her the X thing, and even though she kind of thought she had made friends with him, and then she follows him, but he doesn't follow her back or something, so she was kind of like a little miffed, you know, with him. And then she went on The Price is Right, and she didn't get all the way to the three grandmothers went on The Price is Right, and they also lost. And so that was number 2 of, you know, them being traumatized. Hey, there's Ethan. He's in a car. What are you doing? Are you driving out and about? Ethan's in a car, it looks like. Or is that a previous video? He's in his car with his sunroof.
Where are you?
Where in the world is Ethan Klein today?
Oh my gosh. Dan, what's going on?
Not much. What's going on with you?
I thought I was supposed to call in and talk about what's going on with Selena Gomez.
Yeah, tell us about Selena. You know, Selena is, I worked with her on Wizards of Waverly Place.
Ethan, what the heck?
Maybe he can't hear you.
Oh my God.
The Wi-Fi could be out because of the rain.
Son. Ethan, you are too much.
But now I think I work, Selena's been good, but she's from my hometown, and I saw her little documentary. Did you see her documentary on Netflix? She had a big documentary on Netflix, and it did real well. And have you seen the new Pamela Anderson documentary about Pamela?
I have not.
I worked on VIP, and I got to be a drummer. And my friend was his father was the vice president of Sony, and he was the one that gave the tape to Tommy Mottola for Mariah Carey to be a big, get her recording deal. But anyway, Jerry and my friend Vinny, we got to work together in a band scene in VIP, which was Pamela Anderson's second show after Baywatch. And then she had another show which was about videotapes or something. It was on Fox, where she worked in like a Blockbuster, and that got canceled. But VIP was on for 3 seasons or 4 seasons, and it did real well. It was like a Charlie's Angels, but it was like with VIP. It was called Very Important Person. Anyway, one day I was on set, and she was had just had another boob enlargement, and she was like hunched over and in pain, from having having her jugs were too big at the moment. But I didn't say anything, but I could tell she was in a little bit of pain, But she was a really pretty girl back then. And I've been watching her documentary, and it's really sentimental and fun. But she's not as big of a beauty as she used to be. But, I think if she just puts the black eyeliner around her eyes, she looks like Pamela Anderson again. It's like putting the black eyeliner off of Joan Collins. That's her trademark. She has to have the black eyeliner. And a lot of times, women don't want to put the black eyeliner on anymore, and it's going to make them look a little different. But because of the newer styles of today's makeup, they want to be natural. So I understand that. But Pamela Anderson's new doc is really good, and Selena's doc was very good. It was, she had a lot of her health issues, and of course, she had a lot of different things. For one movie, she looked flat-chested. It was a movie that she did, which was a famous book or something, and she looked very flat-chested. But it's okay. She was growing. She was young at the time. They can't all have boob jobs. Not all actresses can have boob jobs and want to do that anymore. Now they're just whoever they are. But Ethan's away. He left the studio. I wonder if this is on live, what we're doing right now, or what's going on. This was a surprise. We were told we were going to be, he's getting some fast food, it looks like.
Can I get a number 2, please?
Medium or large?
A medium? With,
See, I'm supposed to do a one-man show at 3 o'clock, but I'll stay, I'll just tell him I can be late.
And then what do you want?
Yeah, what time is it now? It must be about 4:30?
Just a large fry? French fry?
2 o'clock? 3, oh.
And then, what do you think?
Okay.
I'll just get like,
I'm sure Ethan will be back in a few minutes.
Crispy chicken sandwiches.
With a white soup here, no pickles.
Crispy chicken sandwiches?
Yes, please.
Wow.
2 quarter pounders.
Maybe like a bunch of McNuggets.
Oh, McNuggets is good. And then,
oh my God,
what's the biggest McNugget?
I can't eat any fast food because I'm on that Feel Great system. Unless I drink my drink 10 minutes before, and I haven't had fast food since the time I've been starting the drink.
Can I get a 40 piece?
40.
Oh my God.
Sweet.
This isn't.
Yeah,
I wonder if they're trying to reach me from that
please.
show.
Okay, and then and then can I get like 5 large French fries? That should be enough, right?
Yeah.
Maybe I should just get hamburgers instead.
There's a bunch there.
Oh my, Ethan. Dan, what is going on? Ethan, get me a soda. Oh, goodness. Is he actually going through a drive-through right now? Ay, 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 ay. I got to show your dad. This is too much. You are too.
And can I get like 3 normal cheeseburgers, and then that's all.
Okay, first on the plate.
Thank you.
My friend said he's watching this right now. He's watching us or something.
Gary.
Yeah, he's been watching since the beginning of
Oh, I didn't know you had
Ethan
this.
and his mom
You've been
and
watching
you.
with it?
Oh, he says Ethan and his mom and me are on right now. Did everyone hear everything I was saying, or was that muted? Oh my God.
No, we've been live.
Oh wow.
Ethan sometimes does this.
Oh, I
he
see.
leaves and he takes a long time. to
Oh
come
my
back.
God, and I was ranting and going on and on and on. Oh.
People are loving you.
They've been loving it?
Yeah.
Oh, I've been telling all my
You're
Hollywood
king.
stories, huh? Oh no.
Hi, Barbie.
Wow, okay, as long as everyone was liking it.
You're a sweetheart. Want to see my dog, my beautiful dog?
Oh, here's Blake Rose here calling me. Oh, wow.
Hi, Angel.
Oh, hold on.
Ethan's a goofball.
Hello. Hey, Blake. Hey, sorry about that. I'm on a podcast right now, live, to like 30,000 people, and I can't. Right now, I'm thinking more like 4:30. I hope that won't hurt things. That's the best I can do.
4:30 is just fine.
Okay.
Dan, tell
Okay.
Ethan.
Yeah, that'd be great. Okay, I sure will. Thank you so much. Okay, see you then.
Show tonight if you'd like to on the podcast.
Oh yeah, I will.
What'd you say
I
you're
sure
doing?
will.
Oh.
Okay, bye.
Still on the phone.
Let me see what was going on. Where's Blake Rose? Oh well.
What did you say you were doing after this?
Yeah, it's a show that is going to be like a one-man show at the Yard Theater, and they're going to film it. And it's with Blake Rosier. I guess he hires people off of Craigslist to be an actor to be like in a one-man show that they put together within like 4 hours. But it's not so he says, talk about the show while you're on the podcast. But he didn't tell me the name of the show. I guess it's called Blake Rosier Show or something. Yeah. And then my other friend says he's been watching it, and Austin from Boston is out there. Shout out to Austin from Boston. He's watching the show. He was on previously with us, and he's watching from home and told about 50 people to watch it. He's on TikTok, Austin from Boston. And again, my TikTok is Eddie Lovesi, EDDIELOVESC. And thanks so much for having me on. All my fans that are watching, I told you to watch the H3 podcast, and they do watch it religiously every day. And they're happy that I'm on here, and I really am so grateful to Ethan for bringing me on. And it's nice to meet his mom and see his other fans. And,
Chat loves you, Eddie. Everyone loves you.
Oh, thank you,
Yeah.
chat. Keep chatting, keep bringing in those beautiful comments. We love you back. And Ethan is so proud to have this going on, and all the support you give us is really appreciated. And we all love you, and the crew here is just beautiful. It's so nice to see each other here, and we're
Love you,
really
Eddie.
great people. We love you. We love you.
I love listening to all your stories.
Oh, thanks. I went on into tangents thinking we weren't like filming live, but yeah, I could
Kept us
just go on and on and on. There have been so many happy stories, but it's good to be on camera again, in a live studio. Yeah, my last things were like, I did a lot of different things that were filmed where that were fun. Yeah, but I don't know if you want me to mention their name, but I did some Darmans.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, I did a lot of Darmans recently where I played a
No
casting
way.
director, and I told one guy you're not up to snuff with your acting. Come back when you know how to act, or something like that. And they liked it, and they go like, Eddie, we wish we had the sound at that moment when you said that, or something. But it was MOS at the time, or something. And then, but I did several of their Darman videos for YouTube recently. Not too many.
Can I hope this isn't too much to ask, but did they? What was the pay like there?
Yeah, they will pay like 16 an hour for for regular background work with them, but if or 30 an hour if you're featured. So like sometimes they'll do
That
movies,
doesn't sound bad.
theater scenes.
You know, there was a big controversy about him underpaying his actors. Did
Yeah,
you see all that?
Yeah, I did see that. I haven't seen that, but
Okay.
yeah, I guess they do. You know, but they get experience and exposure, and it seems like they have a great time with their directors. And their directors are, you know, easy breezy and fast paced, and it seems like
Well, they're
he's a
pumping
good
out
guy.
content.
I put some comments in there about how they don't serve the meals properly. You know, like they need better meals. They only give you like a cold box lunch that sometimes, and they're these small little boxes like that they get from, you know, somewhere, and they're like cold, and they'll only give like the principals the lunch, and sometimes the extras don't even get lunch. But then after I put the comment in their little suggestion box, then all the extras have been starting to get fed. But we did like some boxing scenes in a boxing, you know, place. And
Do you remember the name of the video? Or one
I
of them?
don't, but my friend has a whole list of the ones I've been in, and I haven't even seen them. I hadn't even watched them, but I will. And once I do, I'll get you the list of all the ones I've been in.
Yeah, we got to see your cameo.
But I did those, you know, off the side, just because when you're waiting around for the union background extra work, or when you're trying to, you know, find gigs.
I want to ask something.
Yeah.
Is Ethan going to bring me some McDonald's?
Or when they call you because you're in Burbank and it's 5 minutes away from where you live, it's so convenient to like just go over to that Darman Studios.
I cannot believe your son, Gary.
Is Gary there?
It was Gary have to say about this.
I think you're taking the dogs for a walk? Well, take your time.
Eddie, what was your favorite set to work on?
Oh, yeah, probably, well, Back to the Future Part 2 and Christmas Vacation were fun sets. Yeah, I did 50 scenes. We recreated all the Chicken of the Sea dance, you know, from the original locations. And when you're working on like, you know, I did Leo DiCaprio's movies, you know, those are fun to work on, and sets, you know. Oh, and you know, when they recreate, like, you know, when we did Yes Man with Jim Carrey, they recreated like an actual bar from Los Feliz inside Warner Brothers, or, you know, like when you work on different sets that they have to recreate, you know, restaurants or business or company. Oh, and then I did Chippendales movies recently, a TV show, Chippendales. That was fun to work
Chicken
on.
McNuggets and root beer.
Yeah.
You got it, Gabe. I'm gonna get it for you after the episode. I'll run that over to you, buddy.
And we had to like do like the 70s, you know, Chippendales like discos, or, you know, like when you get to work with like, you know, different actors that are kind of controversial, and then they're working in, and you recreate like titty bar scenes, or, you know, like strip clubs, striptease clubs. Those are interesting to work in because, you know, you get like dancing on the poles and all that, and you have to like really get into it and like throw them some money, and they do lap dances around you or on top of you, and you can't say no. You have to do it. And then, well, I did work on a fun set too recently was when I did that Grace and Frankie, you know, with you know, and you would think that like Jane Fonda would be like standoffish and kind of snotty, or, you know, like kind of uppity, but instead she smiles at you, or, you know, she knows that you kind of feel for her type of acting, and so you get that kind of exchange, eye contact, where normally actresses don't do that sometimes, or they don't want you in their eye line. But like with Jane Fonda, she kind of looked at me like, you know, it was a thrill to work with her on the set. And well, a lot of people who worked on The Prom liked the sets from the Prom movie because it was a musical, and they put all the actual, like, Meryl Streep is, you know, dancing around right next to you and singing. And so those are fun to work on, you know, when you're like, and they recreate like, you know, New York sets or things like that. But a lot of times too, when you're doing period pieces, those are fun. I had to do one where I was in that period piece in the 20s or 30s, and you have to wear like really thick wool clothes in the middle of summer. Oh, and a fun one I did was I played a redneck in that movie about the Santa Clauses. It was about like with the guy from Home Improvement.
Tim Allen.
Yeah, Tim Allen, and he played the Santa Claus, and then we had to be like Redville, we had to be like people in like a country town, and so we had to wear overalls and like be like all country, at a country like carnival, and those are fun to work on. And then like I did one with like one of the where you had to work at night, and they put a lot of like fog or like a lot of maybe you're pretending that it's like kind of a Renaissance feel, and so you have people on horses or the star on a horse, and you have to like be like people that that are in that town, like sort of like if you're like in that like kind of like Beauty and the Beast times or something like that, and those, but then you could be freezing cold. One that I did recently was where we did like we had to use our phones, and it was an app on a phone, and it was Courtney Cox's David Arquette. It was produced by him, and it was a TV series or a movie in which we had to like actually like be like we were. They would like do like the Jim Carrey from like Batman Forever type of thing, where they kind of got into your mind because you were on a phone, and the app told you what you had to do.
Oh,
and
that's
so,
interesting.
And all the people had to like point their camera at a dead person's body that was on the shore of the ocean and we had to work in Malibu, let's say, or if you work in a Malibu mansion, those are fun sets to work on when you're like in party scenes, and you're a friend of mine who looks like Sylvester Stallone, he's a younger version of Sly Stallone, had to do like you had to be like different movies where like you'll get to do scenes where they might be like making you like a pool man or pool boy, or like things like that.
I'm still curious about Wizards of Waverly Place, because that was my favorite show growing up.
Yeah, that was fun to work on those great sitcoms that are they're very good, and they have a lot of and I did a lot of the iCarly's and the and all those Nickelodeon shows, like iCarly or different shows like that. And I was in some episodes where like I'm featured like in a wedding scene or different things, like on The Nanny. I was swabbing the deck in like a Titanic recreation scene, or you might be like in a scene with Joan Collins, and that or fun scenes like that, because they always brought in guest stars on The Nanny. And I worked on that several times. And then Melrose Place, 90210, I proposed to Tori Spelling on 90210, and she said yes. But working on Melrose Place with like, Heather Dean Locklear and location scenes. And then also they filmed a lot of the scenes inside of the Santa Clarita Studios, or recently, let me pull up some of the ones that I've done recently, and I could tell you more. They got me on a show that's all vaxxed for tomorrow. I'm supposed to be on MasterChef.
Oh.
So I have to confirm it's one of those cooking shows, but I haven't been on that in a while. Let's see. You're booked as audience on the all vax show MasterChef. Test work tomorrow. Please let us know if you're a fan of the show and what have you seen some episodes. So I have you on it. Have a great day. Blah blah blah. MasterChef for tomorrow. So, but I'll pull up some of the ones that I've done recently, and you'll like the ones that I've done. Let's see. Now that we have a minute. Hey, Ethan's back. All right.
Are you hungry?
Not yet. No, thank you though. Appreciate it.
We got nuggets. We got hamburgers.
Oh, I'm good. Thank you very much.
Ethan, I thought you're on a diet. Why are you eating that stuff?
What?
I can't believe you went through a drive-through.
I trust Eddie, ultimately.
Oh, thank you so much. Yeah,
The thing is, I went to the bathroom. And you started riffing.
Oh yeah.
And I was captivated.
Oh
so was the
yeah.
audience.
Oh wow.
And so.
That's so interesting. Wow, thank you for doing that. I appreciate
Thank you,
that.
Eddie.
Oh my
for
gosh.
entertaining us that whole
You
time.
are so-
That was amazing.
And here I thought I was just talking to the crew.
No, it was live the whole time.
Gosh. Oh,
But it was so interesting.
thank you.
You have so much inside information.
Oh yeah. Well, you know, it's been a pleasure working with you here and being in the studio with you. It's so much fun.
It's incredible. Thank you so much. And by the way,
Yeah. Oh.
you guys want some McDonald's? I got so much for everybody. Just come help yourselves.
Thank you.
I got crispy chickens if someone doesn't want. I got like a ton of nuggets. You sure you don't like McDonald's?
Oh, no, thank you. Thank
You're
you,
on a
though.
diet?
Yeah, I'm on that Feel Great system where you have to drink something 10 minutes before you're going to eat, so it'll burn
Feel
the food
Great?
fiber, you know, in the foods.
What's the Feel Great?
It's like a nutritional supplement drink so that you can get fiber and matrix in your foods and not have you fast every day like Yom Kippur for all the Yom Kippurs that I didn't fast.
You're making up a lot.
Yeah. And
Is
so
that how
now-
you lost all the weight?
Yeah, lost 33 pounds in like 6 weeks and counting, you know, in inches off my belly fat and hoping to reverse my type 2 diabetes.
Oh,
and
shoot.
Not be on glipizide and metformin.
Oh, shoot.
So I haven't had anything.
Good
in a
for
while.
you.
Yeah, thanks. I was just getting to a list of the things I'd worked on. White Men Can't Jump, the new reboot TV series, Winning Time, let's see, Walmart commercial, Weird. Oh, I did the Weird Al movie where I played like in a bathroom scene with Al Yankovic, played by Harry Potter, you know, Daniel Radcliffe. And I was in the Terminal List and the Masked Singer a lot and the Lakers Project and the Choices We Make and Euphoria, that's my jam. Super Pumped was a movie about Uber. It was with the guy from Third Rock from the Sun, Super Pumped. And I did Redville and Rap Shit recently and The Pool Man with, you know, Chris Pine. And On My Block was one about like where you were like in the Lonely Planet, like I Love This For You, Harry Potter, Grace and Frankie, Euphoria, and let's see, Curb Your Enthusiasm, Dead to Me, Chippendales, Bromates, Bosch spinoff. I did people saw me a lot in that, Bosch spinoff, Barry, the TV series. They saw me a lot in Barry. And Arnold's was like a Caribbean sitcom with an all-black cast, and they liked me in that and featured me a lot in that. That was done in like Woodland Hills where your mom lives, and we had to go to like a studio, like a small little studio in Woodland Hills for Arnold's. It was about Caribbean, like sitcom with black. They had to have very thick Caribbean accents for Jamaica man, Jamaica man. And there was 15 AHR was like 15 Ahora. It was a Mexican sitcom called 15 Ahora, and it was I worked on that. Recently, and that was in.
You need a water?
Yeah, I've got one right here. Thanks. It was in MacArthur Park, where I mean, we had to like feed the pigeon, be like people in the park. Thanks. Okay.
Would you ever go for a main role, or are you like married to the extra?
Yeah, I have done some main roles, you know, but when you're as an extra, you get thrown like featured and speaking right there on the set.
Oh, really? By the way, we followed you, Eddie.
Oh my God, thank you. Thank you. Oh, this is a real thrill. Thank you so much, because I know you only follow like 13 people right now. Howie Mandel, one of them.
Where do you want people to follow you?
Oh, on Eddie Lovesi at TikTok, EDDIELOVESC, Eddie Lovesi, because when I was going to be Eddie Loves Something, but TikTok only lets you have a certain amount of words, so that's why it had to be Eddie Lovesi, because TikTok kind of cut off 1 or 2 words.
Instagram or anything else?
No, just that's
TikTok.
that. Just TikTok, Eddie Lovesi, EDDIELOVESC. Thank
Awesome.
you. Eddie Lovesi on TikTok. Thank you. Oh, it's an honor for you to follow me back, and I'm going to promote the hell out of you guys. And you already have promotion, but every day I'm going to mention you constantly.
Well,
tag you,
we're
follow you.
hemorrhaging subs, so
Yeah.
we can use all the help.
Let's bring you up, buddy.
Oh, you were saying you worked with Darman.
Yeah.
Did you ever feel exploited by him?
I didn't really, because they've got good, fast directors, and the scenes were done quick, and it seemed like they're learning and they're teaching, and they have. I like the fact that they had actors that were there that probably don't get enough exposure or work, or they're good enough, and they seem to be good, and yet they're not too mean to them, and they don't tell them they can't act. They just let them be who they are, and it seemed like it's a nice environment to work in.
Did you do long days there?
Not too long, no. 6-8 hour days, nothing too long, because they don't want too much overtime, of course. But still, I like the in and out, because then you can kind of have the rest of your day free, or it's good locations. And although, he should pay actors more, but hey, I'm sure he had to pay a lot for putting 2 big studios together and putting all interiors inside the studio a lot. He had to put a lot of interiors. So, that costs a lot. And then for today's, after the pandemic, it's hard to get a thing going, so I'll let him be.
I have to say, I'm utterly impressed with your ability to riff.
Oh, thanks. I just go on.
That was
and on.
incredible, though.
Oh my God!
I think you went for 30
Oh,
without
thanks.
a single question.
Well, I get my inspiration through you, because you're so
course.
brilliant that
We're
it
riffers.
came off of you, that whole the energy and the
You really are the man. Everybody follow Shirtless Eddie. For
Thank you, Eddie
Christ's
Lovesi
sake.
on TikTok. Y'all, I love you.
Well, what we should do now is, hey, Mom, are you there?
Yeah, I'm still here.
Okay, so everybody's waiting for the Hailey Bieber. I'm gonna stop eating now, guys. Don't worry. Let me finish this mouthful, and then I'll move on. Everybody's wanting to know, Mom, what is the drama between Hailey Bieber and Selena Gomez? Have you been looking into it?
Yeah. As a matter of fact, I familiarized myself with everything about them. So, do you want me to talk about it seriously?
I have no idea. I think Eddie has some grasp on it, but I myself am, and all of us here, fairly confused. So, I mean, yeah, what happened? I mean, ultimately, tell us.
Well, the first thing I did was look into the background and how they know each other. And basically, Selena Gomez and Taylor Swift and Justin Bieber are all talents. Taylor.
Talent's debatable. Am I right, Eddie?
You're right, Ethan.
No, but I know what you mean.
Taylor Swift started, she was really young, and she signed with Sony. I think she was only 14 years old.
Wow.
And then Justin Bieber, he was discovered on YouTube.
Right.
And then Selena Gomez, she was really young. She started with Barney and Friends, and then went on in her young teens on the Disney Channel.
Wow.
Okay, so they're all kind of child stars, if you would.
They're all musically inclined, and then on the other side of the spectrum, you've got kids of famous people. You've got the Kylie Jenner, and you've got what's her name? The Kendall Jenner, and you've got Hailey, who is, you're speaking about Baldwin, Alex Baldwin earlier.
Right. And
Hailey
so what's interesting is
Baldwin.
we're almost talking about like people that made it from their own merit versus Nepo babies, as we call them.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I'd say that's pretty much.
Now, Mom, would you consider me a Nepo baby?
No.
Right.
How could that be? I mean,
Well,
you did
some
this
people
all-
say my biological grandpa was a great film producer.
Yeah, but you never even met him.
Okay, right.
Come on. They didn't know you from Adam.
Okay, so I'd be more in the camp with someone like Justin Bieber.
Yes, you're a self-made man.
Thank you so much for saying that, my mom.
Although I think that as Justin Bieber was discovered, And although he's very talented, and he put himself out on YouTube hoping that by networking he would be discovered, and his prevailed, and he was discovered.
Okay.
And Taylor Swift. I mean, they were all young prodigies. They were incredibly talented, put themselves out there, and were discovered. And Selena Gomez, you know, she did acting, and then was on the Disney Channel, and she got some chops.
So we have these famous bunch. Where does the conflicts come in?
Well, it seems that Hailey Baldwin at the time, in a very young age, her dad is Stephen Baldwin, who is a real kind of a really religious, off the wall kind of guy.
Right.
And he took her to Justin Bieber's concerts because she was a big fan, and because of who he is, she was able to get backstage to meet him. And she went to 2 of his concerts, and apparently they befriended each other. You know, like goes to like. And to be perfectly honest, Ethan, I think you kind of know this. When you become famous, you kind of are a little secluded. And you know, the whole social media thing now is completely different than, you know, a few years ago, where you could reach out to someone, you know, like you know, you could send someone a direct message and say, hey, I'm so-and-so, I admire your work, and then you kind of become friends, you know? So there's that. And I just think that when you're especially young, you kind of, I mean, other than your family, it's really hard to just be a regular person, a regular kid, go out and meet people.
Yeah.
What do you think, Eddie? Your laughter.
Oh, yes. She's got it. She really
nailed it.
Nailed it. Yeah.
So okay, but so Justin Bieber and Hailey, they're married.
Well,
we know about that. So
Justin Bieber used to date Selena for on and off for 8 years. You know, they were young, and there was a little bit of drugs going on, and
drugs.
You know. Yeah, they both got into
Selena
drugs.
was doing drugs?
Well, I don't know if she was, but Justin Bieber, yeah. The two of them
What kind of stuff were they getting into?
Yeah, she went to rehab at the time.
Oh.
But her team claimed it was for mental health stuff. But it's speculated.
Okay, interesting.
I really know. I mean, it's all alleged, but that's what I looked into and read. And, you know, Justin Bieber was a young boy, and, you know, young and dumb. He probably did some really stupid things, and they were on and off dating. And, you know, it's really hard for a young man to just go ahead and meet someone. As a matter of fact, he met Selena through his manager. I guess, you know, they were introduced by
right. But let's cut to the chase a little bit. So the conflict.
Well, the conflict, the whole thing is so convoluted.
Right.
It was about eyebrows, if you might know.
Okay, so whose eyebrows?
Selena Gomez was kind of fun of herself and put out, I don't know if it was on Instagram, I think it was Instagram or TikTok, one of those. I think it might have been Instagram. And she had her eyebrows, something young girls, and she put a picture of herself with these goofy eyebrows. And Hailey Bieber and Kylie Jenner, I mean, the two of them are friends. You know, Kylie, let's see, I guess it was, how do they know each other?
Mom, I'm more confused than ever. I have to be honest. I don't know what's happening.
Okay, well, the thing is, all of these people know each other. And like Taylor Swift,
Yeah.
is Selena's very, very close friend.
Okay.
Even better. And she used to be friends with Kendall Jenner.
Okay.
You know, it's a whole circle of friends. And they kind of broke up friendships. boys, someone dating. I mean, Taylor Swift and
I'm
Selena.
team.
knew each
I'm a
other.
Swiftie and a Gomez-y. Personally, I ride
Well,
for them.
Selinator?
A salinator? Wait.
Can you fact check me on that, Ian? You were saying it earlier.
A salinator?
Yeah.
I'm salivating for the salinator.
Selinator?
Yes. Okay, but so where's the so Selena posted an eyebrow pic. Do we have the eyebrow pic? Yeah. Okay, so let me show you the eyebrow pic. So this is what started it all. Selena, being her fun-loving, confident queen self, posted this.
She was goofing on herself.
Where she posted
A picture of her eyebrows that she waxed.
So she painted it on, is that what it is?
So at the beginning of that video, she says, I accidentally laminated my eyebrows too much.
Okay.
Yeah, her eyebrows were standing. She was kind of making fun of herself.
Yes, Donna is completely correct.
My name.
Donna's so right here.
She is.
That's okay. So then she put out this video. You following, Eddie?
Yes.
Okay.
So,
And then
Jenner.
Here's the TikTok. Is this the TikTok that Hailey Bieber put out, making fun of her?
Yeah.
Okay, so let's
Yeah.
watch this now. Okay.
It was Hailey and
But I'm saying God's timing is always right.
So what the fuck did I just watch? How was that about Selena? Well, hold on. What the hell? How are they? Okay, this is where I'm having trouble.
But I'm saying God's timing is always right.
Okay, so here is his now wife, Hailey, holding up a picture about Justin and Selena's breakup.
As soon as Justin Bieber broke up with Selena, it was a very short time afterward that he started seeing Kylie, and they ended up getting engaged, and then they got
Justin
married.
was dating Kylie? I think you're...
I'm sorry, Hailey.
Okay.
Started dating Hailey. She met him years ago backstage. And
But no, I'm still trying to understand what's like so offensive about this video.
competition and jealousy.
Yeah, you can jump in, Olivia. Yeah.
Okay, so what had happened at the beginning of this year was Selena Gomez was being highly scrutinized for her weight gain, which
Okay.
she has since, she doesn't need to explain herself, but she has since gone on to explain that her lupus medication makes her gain weight. So a lot of people took this video, which included Kendall Jenner, who many speculate Justin cheated on Selena with, Hailey, who also Justin allegedly cheated on Selena with, but she denies it. And this girl, I included a screenshot of her Snapchat story in May 2022. She had posted a photo, the girl on the right. She's a singer. She had posted a photo with Hailey, and then right afterward, she posted a text post that was clearly shading Selena Gomez that said, let me...
So why are they being so mean, girl?
Well,
to
that's the thing
Selena?
is people are like, what's happening right now?
Well, the reason why, okay, I'll tell you why. Because Taylor Swift and Selena are really close friends. They met each other because they were both dating brothers. They were both dating, who are the brothers? They're, Scooter? No. Wait, let me think.
The Jonas Brothers. Scooter is Justin's manager.
Who's Scooter?
Scooter Braun.
How does Scooter get involved? Now I'm just confused. Someone's on a scooter?
No, Scooter Braun is the one who discovered Justin Bieber.
What did Scooter do with it?
He has nothing to do with it.
Oh,
He
okay.
just discovered Justin Bieber with Usher.
Asher? Who's Asher? Oh, Usher.
So basically, Tyler dated, what was his name? Harry Styles. And also their friend Kendall Jenner, who used to be friends with Taylor. The two of them made a girl pact. They would never date each other's friends. And she found out that Kendall Jenner dated him for a long time, Harry
I'm so confused. I'm getting more confused.
It's a whole big
But how
drama.
is it that so many people
They all
understand
know
this? Because like,
each other, and they all cheated on each other with one another. And poor Selena is kind of stuck with people picking on her because she was sticking up for her friend Taylor. And, you know, basically she's had a weight problem because she takes medication for her lupus. And lately it's allegedly that Justin Bieber has been following her and doesn't want to let her go out of his life.
Selena?
Yes.
Oh, Justin still has interest in Selena, do you think?
Well, allegedly.
She was the one that got away.
Fans speculate.
Oh, that's and so, but okay, let me watch this again.
But the thing that really started it is that
Wait, what? So what are they saying she deserved? If this is to her, what are they saying she deserved?
People speculated that was about people being mean about her weight gain.
So there's people think they're saying she deserves to be bullied.
Well, here's the sitch: is if it were just that, I would have been like, eh. But with all of the compelling evidence that there is, I think that they're shading each other online.
Okay.
yeah, I mean the whole thing is it's such high school drama. It's
Yeah,
really,
exactly.
Really such girly high school drama, and it's a big circle of imagine yourself in high school and all the cool kids are friends, and then suddenly one girl starts dating the other girl's boyfriend, and it's really ridiculous. And on social media, you know, it's right out there for everyone to see. And you know, when Selena was just being goofy on herself, they took the opportunity to make fun of her. And the fans, you know, people really like Selena Gomez as they
Okay, so here's the other girl that was in the shot.
No, that's that.
Yeah, so she said
This was in May of 2022.
why do they hate Selena? What did she do?
She
because
was a long-time love of Justin.
That's it? Oh, was her crime is loving Justin Bieber? Then we're all guilty.
It's all about jealousy. And then the worst part was when Taylor Swift won that award.
Yeah.
And Mandel and Kylie Jenner's brother-in-law, you know, Mr. Kanye, got up there and dissed Taylor Swift as she was trying to accept her award.
Right. Well, so because he's married to Kim, and Kim is sisters with Kylie, and this is complicated stuff.
Very incestuous, very Game of Thrones, really.
Really, it is. Gabe, what are your thoughts on this? Do you have an opinion about Selena Gomez?
Gabe?
No.
No, he
I don't
doesn't.
blame him.
Yeah. Gabe doesn't have an opinion, and that's honestly the right approach because who knows what's going on. But thank you, Gabe. Let's see. Selena Gomez left a comment that said, "It's okay. I don't let these things get me down. Be nice to everyone." So she's a queen that's rising above. Is that right?
Yeah, I mean, she kind of off of the social media for a while to just calm things down. It's like, it's ridiculous. She made a comment, look, I'm 30 years old. I want to get through this. This is really silliness. And, you know, like Kendall's 27, and I think Kylie's 25, but they're acting like they're, you know, like they're 16, 17-year-old girls.
Also, like, okay. And then Hailey Bieber, who's now... She says, I
The
never
wife.
comment on this type of thing, but we were just having a girls' night out and did a random TikTok sound for fun. It's not directed at anyone. We don't believe that, do we?
No.
You believe that,
no.
Eddie? No.
However, Hailey and Justin fans are using, and I will say that I think Selena definitely stoked a fire. If there was one, then rightfully so. If not, she kind of started something by leaving a public comment on a re-upload of that.
Well, clearly she felt... Okay, so she commented on a re-upload.
Yes, because
But
Hailey deleted that TikTok as soon as it got mass hate.
clearly she felt under attack.
Yeah. And to be honest, as a Selena fan, I totally stand by that.
What are
I
your
think they're
thoughts on
mean to
that, Mom? Or Grandma? I mean,
think
Mom?
that
I don't know what
Selena
to call you
was-
anymore. I have kids, so I get
know, they're
confused. 'cause
really
my,
adorable.
My wife is Mom now.
Yeah.
I get
So
have a
Selena-
hard time. Yeah.
I know. I never know if it's grandma or mom. It's hard to figure that one out sometimes. But Anyways, I think Selena made a comment because they were attacking Taylor Swift, and she was her friend.
Oh, so what did they say about Taylor Swift? Because I didn't even know.
Well, you know, she's on. I guess is it Kendall that's on that show where they dance to music and do crazy stunts?
Oh,
or is
here's
it
Hailey throwing shade. This is all complicated.
It's so convoluted. The whole thing is goofy.
Selena, so TikTok of Hailey simulating gagging. Where's that one?
Trying to think, but nothing happens.
So here's
When they were talking about Taylor Swift's music. You know,
Full of the
your
meanest
father
lyrics about a
used to
celebrity.
say to me that I was nutso to like Taylor Swift. This was like when she just became popular, and I've always liked that young music. I think she's very talented,
Good,
and
yeah.
I that she was jealous. To be
Are you
honest,
a fan of Taylor Swift?
Not really.
Not
no.
particularly.
But I know she's really a good writer, and she's done a great job.
Just
of,
not your cup of
but
tea.
not my cup of
Yeah. Got you. Yeah, be careful
Well,
saying
I
that on
like
the
her
internet.
music.
By the
I
way.
know.
You might
Oh,
regret
no,
it. I
those
love
T
Taylor Swift
Swifties.
and BTS.
Oh yeah, they're great.
Do you
I
like
love
BTS?
BTS.
Good,
I love
good,
them.
good.
and to be honest, I think because it's very childish that these girls have a circle of friends, and I think maybe Kylie felt like she was being left out of the circle of friendship, and maybe she got jealous. And
So here's another receipt. This says,
And
this
that's
is-
the comment Selena left on it.
Okay, this has got it all. So Selena said, "So sorry, my best friend is and continues to be one of the best in the game." Talking about Taylor. Then
Yes.
Hailey Bieber is on some kind of award show. What's
This clip is a few years
Go
old.
follow this.
This
Oh,
clip is a few years
this
old,
is
but it was going viral, and Selena left this comment last week.
Okay.
Yes.
So let's see what she says.
friend.
Is that Method Man? How's Method Man involved in all this? Do we know
what's the woo connection?
Do we know Method Man's stance? Is he Selena or Bieber?
I think he's just the host. He's a host of that show where they play songs, and I think they do like karaoke and do weird things.
Do you
to
not
the
think
music.
it's significant he's standing next to her when she disses Gomez?
Well, he can't help it. I mean, he's standing next
It's
to
not
her.
a
He's
cosign.
game show host, and he can't control what she says.
This isn't exactly what I think of when I think of street beef. Kind of, if you think about old school, like Wu-Tang kind of gang violence. This doesn't really rise to that, do you think?
No.
No, it seems a little more like, not as serious, but let's see.
Rap battle full of the meanest lyrics about a celebrity since Taylor Swift's last album.
Okay, why? That is so catty and mean and rude. Like, who are you? By the way, what have you ever done with your life, Hailey, except be the daughter of someone famous?
Especially
Shame on
at
you. What
that
have you
age.
accomplished in your life? You're talking about Taylor Swift, who built an empire from being a musical genius. Who are you? Oh, you were cool. Just because you fucked Justin Bieber doesn't mean you absorb his talent.
Well, she's a model. I mean, you know, listen.
Yeah, I wonder how far she'd get in model industry if she wasn't famous.
Here's the thing.
She's a nepo baby.
Yeah, no one has a
Quiet.
problem with Hailey Bieber until she's mean.
She's a mean
Maybe
girl.
don't be mean.
I don't like her. What are your thoughts on Hailey?
No, I don't like her.
We don't like her. She's just so catty and mean. For what? For what?
For what?
If you're gonna be a dick, at least have some credentials.
She has her own smoothie. That's
Ooh, it wasn't good.
Something.
How much was it?
$15, I think.
Probably
Good
the
deal.
same as Mr. Shetty, yeah.
Good deal compared to what I've seen.
If you're going to talk about the eyebrows, this is the time.
Okay, now we're getting to the eyebrows because this is really, this is heavy duty stuff, man. Yeah, Method Man took one look at this and said, "This is too dangerous for me to get involved in." Okay, so then we go moving on. We're saying Selena posted a video. Okay. So
She
here's
posted a video of her eyebrows
This-
after she waxed them.
it just seems like such an innocent nothing video.
sounds like she was just goofing on herself.
No, this wasn't her attacking anybody. This was she posted this, and then Kylie Jenner and Hailey Bieber seemingly mocked her.
Right.
So she posted this. This was an accident. How do you know that she's talking about her?
Go down. So
What the fuck is this?
Selena had just posted I accidentally laminated my eyebrows too much. Sure, it's like, what are they saying? That our eyebrows look ugly? Who really
everyone
cares?
knows
But
that
it
we're
looks like they're saying
friends.
we're watching you and we're mocking you.
What? You really?
Am I
read that in
delusional?
that? Well, what is she saying? This was an accident. Like, I don't understand.
And then the text is on her eyebrow. And then the next one, to be very clear, she tagged Hailey Bieber that they were talking with one another,
she
and then
posted
zoomed in on
this.
her eyebrows.
Why would they do that? That's so weird.
Right,
And like Mean Girl for no
and
reason.
also just the fact that Selena said, I accidentally laminated my eyebrows, and she's like, this was an accident. It's a little,
Shady.
yeah, right?
Also,
whole thing is so
Kylie
silly.
Jenner, what have you done except that fucking Pepsi commercial that like
was
should have
Kendall.
ruined your career? Don't get me started on those two. You remember that Pepsi
Yes, I
commercial?
do.
Unbelievable.
Get your fucking ass up and work.
Yes. Right. So far, Mom, are we accurate?
I think so. I mean, you know what? Haley Baldwin and her sister Kendall, they're both models. They're pretty girls, you know, but would they have gotten their foot in the door if
Hell
they
no.
were just anybody? Because there's so many beautiful women.
Of course.
You know, I mean, I know that there's like Cindy Crawford's daughter. You know, she is a beautiful model. She looks just like her mom.
How is Cindy Crawford's daughter involved?
No, she's not. I'm just saying,
Is
when you
she
talk
Team
about
Bieber or
nepotism.
Team? Wait, is she Team Bieber or Team Gomez?
No, I have no idea, Ethan. I'm just saying.
You don't know?
when
I thought
talk
you were
about
doing research.
nepotism, her mother is a famous model, but in truth be told, she looks exactly like Cindy Crawford, and the girls got her walk down, and she's just, you know, you could see where someone like her would become a model on her own.
So she's Team Gomez?
Anyway.
I'm assuming she's Team, or she would be Team Bieber because she's a Nepo. She's nepotism, baby. Right? Does my logic sound there? That's okay,
right.
good.
Well, I don't know. I don't know if
Do
she
you have
likes it or
do you need
not.
to
I
head
have
out?
no
It's 4
idea.
o'clock right
4
now.
o'clock.
I don't
No,
want to keep you
I'm
longer.
good, I'm
okay,
good.
thank you, Eddie.
Why would I leave this?
Yeah.
It's too
Yes,
exciting.
of course.
Uh-huh.
Shirtless Eddie. We love
it.
him.
Thank you.
All right.
The whole
To be
thing
honest
is
with you guys, this is Kylie Jenner now. She says, this is reaching no shades towards Selena ever. And I didn't see her eyebrows post. You guys are making something silly out of nothing. Really? Selena said, agreed. It's all unnecessary. I'm a fan of Kylie. What do we think about that?
I think that's her saying she's just a fan of Kylie.
What do we do about it? So Kylie's not involved.
Well, Kylie did post that.
I think Kylie was the instigator, if you ask me.
Yeah.
I think Haley probably wouldn't have posted anything, but Kylie was really an instigator.
Interesting.
I don't know.
Well,
the whole
the-
thing is just silly.
The fallout was crazy because Hailey Bieber lost millions on Instagram and Gomez gained millions on Instagram. So clearly some people understand what's going on enough.
You know, if you
Millions
look at
of
old
them.
videos, which, you know, you had me research this, so I looked up everything. When Selena Gomez was dating Justin Bieber, when they were a hardcore couple, you see pictures of her with his family and interviews with Bieber's mother, and they all really liked her. She was a very sweet girl. You can see how that she interacted with the younger siblings. And then, you know, fast forward to Kylie Baldwin, and you can just see she's a little, you know, full of herself, kind of rich girl attitude. And she's a different kind of girl.
I just thought of
these kids grew up
something.
with tons of money.
You know, I have to chime in here. I've thought of something. You know, with Bennifer happening, and you know, Ben Affleck and J-Lo getting back together after all those years.
Bennifer.
Yeah, Bennifer. I think that's probably the reason. Hailey Bieber is just worried that, you know, there'll be a relapse with Justin Bieber getting back with Selena.
Cautionary story.
Yes, because of Bennifer.
Insecure.
And that
Theory
they just
there.
want to act like that, you know, maybe. And also, it's probably an open relationship. You know, they're three.
You think
they're doing a
Justin's not
throuple.
keeping it?
They're doing a throuple. He's still with Selena. He's doing a
You
throuple.
think so?
They've been boinking. They've been
Now that explains
doing it for a few years now, and so Hailey's just in on the joke. She's in on it. She
They're
likes
happy-
it.
they're in a happy throuple?
Mhm.
You know what?
That's
This
what's
is a
going
theory
on.
that makes everybody happier. So
Now, what does this mean? She posted. This is, I guess, Hailey's Instagram story. I have no idea what this is or why it's significant.
that photo of them together was a few months ago that went viral. Everyone was like, "Oh, they posed together."
Okay.
That's just the cover photo. But this morning, Hailey she reposted someone's story. And right now, there's a famous song called Calm Down, which is by Rema. But the one that is like #1 is the remix with Selena Gomez. And Hailey reposted someone's story using the Rema song without the Selena Gomez.
Shady. That is a shady catty move.
I thought it was shady and
I do
catty.
not like Hailey.
Yeah.
I'm going to put that out there. Mm-mm.
Before this, I didn't have a problem.
I don't like it.
But I don't like when people are mean.
And now they've bullied Selena, and she's on a social media break. So congratulations, Mean Girls. You got your wish. Right, Mom? Did we get that right?
I think she's probably back now. But you know what? I think that the fans are a good judge of character, and they can see who's being nice and who's not being nice and who's being childish.
Sure.
You know, let's face it. When you go to school, there's always the clique, you know, and then they pick on because they think they're better than other kids, you know, and that's pretty much what's going on. I just think that Kylie Jenner isn't in the clique with Taylor Swift and Selena for a number of reasons. And
Okay. Gabe, what's your assessment here?
Gabe's
sleeping. I have no clue.
Yep. I'm kind of there with you, buddy.
Me too.
If I was napping, I probably would have understand this better. All right, Mom. Well, there you go. There's my mom. She is... Thank you for giving us all your time. My mom's on Cameo, by the way.
She's very lovely, and she looks so young. And no wonder you didn't call her a grandmother, because you know she doesn't look like a
Not at
grandmother.
all.
She looks like a young 45-year-old.
What?
Like your age.
This is a good guy right here, huh?
You get
She
good
looks
genes.
my age?
Yeah.
Oh,
you know,
great.
like you
You
have
don't
good
gotta
genes.
take me down.
No, no.
Ethan, you
I'm
know
37. I'll have you
37.
know.
You look about 29.
Thank you so much, Eddie. I love you.
I love you back.
You look about... I'm going to guess your age?
Yeah.
I would say, I don't know, 32?
Wow, thank you so much.
Yeah,
It's so
32,
sweet of
I'd
you.
say.
Well, you know, I appreciate that.
Yeah, yeah.
I was on this one game show one time called The Age Game, where they had to guess our ages, you know, and everything. And that's always been, that was fun.
How long ago was that?
It was recently, a couple of years ago. One of the warm-up guys from one of the game shows, you know, was producing it or trying to get a new game show off the ground, you know, from the people that brought you The Masked Singer or the singing. There was another show after The Masked Singer in which they were trying to, he was part of, and then he had me go over to this, run game shows, run-throughs, and it was fun. We got to, the people had to, you know, play game guessing games.
So how old did they think you were?
Yeah, I think at that time, 38, 39, 40 something, you know.
So they got it right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Pretty good guess. Pretty good guesses there. Hey, you guys want to stick around for the next story, Mom and Gabe? You guys want to stay on the phone?
Actually, I have to practice something.
You have to practice something?
Yeah.
What does that mean?
Well, okay, I'll stay on the phone with you. I'll stay on the phone with you.
You can bail. What do you have to practice? What do you do?
Well, I was practicing my mahjong with my.
She's got something important to do. You got to
No,
practice
no, no.
mahjong.
That is important.
Who are we? Hey, Mom, you want to plug your Cameo?
Hey, listen, you went to McDonald's while we were waiting for you.
Well, the show was under control. And Eddie's carrying hands.
Yeah, I was able. He needs a little free time to get out there and see the world, and you know, like they say, enjoy the breeze. You know,
That's
and
right. That's right.
Because it's raining, and it never rains in LA hardly.
Never.
So when it does, you want to smell that fresh air that's not so polluted.
Ain't that the truth?
And get out there and
Hey,
smell it.
Ethan.
That's right. Yes.
I'm sitting in the office, and I have a picture of you and Sean and myself. Can I show your fans what you were? Okay.
Sure.
Let's see. This is my boys. Look at how young they are. We were in Mexico, weren't we? I think there was a Cabo.
Very cute, very handsome, and
Nice.
a handsome family. He gets good genes from you. Very nice.
Such a good.
You have
guy
beautiful
are.
eyes, nice
Thank
face,
you, Eddie.
your
You're
skin.
lovely. You too. Your
Nice
your
hair.
skin is unbelievable.
Oh, thank
you. You have amazing skin.
Good eyebrows.
Do you do you put on sunscreen?
I do every day now.
That's it.
You know,
That's
'cause
why
it's
your
important.
skin's so beautiful.
Thank you.
I had a feeling.
Yes.
I had a feeling.
Well, should I stay or should I go?
Should I stay or should I go? That's a song. I love that because everything she says is another song from a pop era.
Right.
Should I stay or should I go? Should I stay or should I go?
Right.
We should stay. You should stay. We know it's a great time here. We're having a wonderful time. And when do you get to see your handsome son all the time?
I see him all the time.
Through
I
live
think she's sick of
30,000
seeing me. You know that episode of Seinfeld where his parents get sick of him?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's my parents.
That's not true. That's not true. I love my beautiful grandsons too, and my beautiful daughter.
Oh, they're really good looking. Yeah, good looking kids.
Do you want to plug your Cameo, Mom?
Oh, sure. I'm on Cameo, and I love hearing from all of your fans. Actually, it's a really great experience, and your fans are smart and talented, and I'm always blown away by what they do and what they say, and it's been fun. So there you have it. You should be on Cam. No, you wouldn't have enough time to be on Cameo. Ethan. Want to see a picture of your sister?
Let's talk about something.
Okay.
We might be out of time though here, guys. Actually, it's getting pretty late.
Oh, we're having such a great time.
How long we been going, Dan?
Yeah. And you have your nice,
2 hours and 45 minutes.
I like your socks and your
thank you so much.
espadrilles and everything.
Thank you so much.
You notice what I'm wearing?
And shorts.
Shorts?
Nice shorts.
Oh,
that you're
shorts.
wearing.
Thank you.
Shorts,
Love it,
but
Donna.
shorts.
Teddy Fresh.
It's nice and toasty because it's so bloody cold outside.
What do you think about this? Fresh and Fit don't want women to wear makeup. You can.
What makes me sit?
Oh wait, this isn't Fresh and Fit. This is some wannabes.
Mm-hmm.
Bro, imagine being a knockoff of Fresh and Fit. These men are a cancer on society. Like, what is happening?
What makes me say that?
Yeah, what makes you say that?
Okay, two things. Filters and makeup.
Makeup's lying.
Makeup is the most accepted lie in society. I'm not.
So do you think also dyeing your hair an unnatural color is lying?
I suppose it is. Yes.
Okay.
I don't.
I don't understand. Why are you so offended? It's like you're lying to me. Shut up, dude. You just wish your ugly ass could fucking cover your face. And we all do too. Let's cover his face, right?
Right.
Thank you. Right, Mom?
Men can grow beards and hide
That's
their
a lie.
face.
Ooh, beards are the biggest lie in society.
Why the fuck you lying? Why you
Beards?
always lying?
That's what my mom brings a good point. If makeup is a lie, then so.
Oh,
is
It's an
beard.
incredible point. I see.
It just covers your whole black.
Right. No, that's actually a great
You know what
point.
else is a lie? Is his fake leather jacket that he got from TJ Maxx. That's definitely.
Okay.
Hey,
what's up now? You know what else is a lie? Hair. covered
Right,
your
covers
dome.
most of your head.
Just take it all
That's
off.
why I'm the most honest man in show business.
You are.
Yeah.
Dan. You are.
Body and like working out and giving yourself tone muscles. That's also changing your appearance.
That's not a lie though. That's
Look how much you're covering your face, you insecure loser. Dude, this guy's covering like 30% of his face.
Easily.
That's a lie. Stop lying
Yeah,
to me,
God
dude.
knows what's underneath that beard.
Right? It's probably a virgin
work.
chin.
Literally lying.
you're actually making
You're
a change.
accentuating your body.
You're conflating exercising and getting fit to makeup, something that can be put on and removed.
Couldn't you compare your beard to makeup since it hides
Queen.
your jawline?
Oh, there you are.
Queen.
No, not really.
How come?
It's
Why?
definitely different.
Why?
How come?
How is it different?
Dude, he just got.
Yeah.
What do we think? Pretty good.
He's gonna have it. Like, and if he does take it off, it's gonna grow back. It's a part of him. Whereas, like, we choose when we want to put on and take off makeup.
Oh, so are these the Judas, the women who are gender traders?
Yeah. Every evil man needs a Ghislaine, you know?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, but like you can choose and when you want to take off a beard.
It's changing your appearance.
Right?
It's totally different though.
Why?
Because you contour your face
Have a
to
good
look
night.
a certain way, whereas you can't tell your beard to grow a certain way.
Well, you can shape it a certain way.
Yeah.
Like you can shave it. Like
This
I
is
know
really,
many guys like do certain.
Compelling stuff here.
Also, their audio consistency is dog shit.
Yeah.
And then the paper cups, could they get like better like
Upgrade.
chalices or
Yeah.
upgrade? To,
Yeah,
like,
chalice.
Fucking they're
some
broke
sort of
too.
nicer
I need
tableware.
some kind of
It kind
chalice.
of looks cheesy
bro.
with the paper cups.
Absolutely. It's so low.
Compared to like
It's
they're
so low
more
budget.
classy. At least you have glasses and you have a nice water bottle.
Thank you. And you know what? It's like his podcast is whatever. I
Yeah.
get it. That's what I think when I watch it. Whatever.
Have a good night.
certain haircuts or like beard shaping just to like get a certain defined jawline.
True,
like,
Queen.
to make their
Her mic's not even on.
Might not be.
It's not even on.
So you're comparing a beard to makeup?
Yes, dude. You have no rebuttal, so you just repeated their point. They already said it like 3 times, bro. You are defenseless. You just took the L. Whatever, bro. Tap dance on his grave. Right, Eddie?
Right.
Loser.
That's right.
What should we do to him?
Oh, make him shave his beard, or maybe paint. Get one of those things where you change it the way he looks on the camera or something. Or,
Right.
Filter.
I think
Filter.
he's got to shave it.
Not directly. I'm not saying they're the same
I think so,
thing. I'm
too.
just saying you probably having that beard makes you a little bit more flattering looking
Queen.
in the same way that makeup might make a woman look more flattering.
I sort of see what you're saying. Certainly, some men, the beard can help shape the jawline a bit.
He's on the back foot from that.
I'm pretty sure you just got dominated, bro.
Yeah. I guess
how
so.
about a
Well,
lip?
look at the title. The clip is titled "She Couldn't See Beyond Her Delusion." Who are you, bro? What a loser. Loser.
That's right, Eddie.
We should shave off his beard and put the hair, glue the hair on his nipples or something. Make him hairy nipples. Right?
Right.
My man. Right, Gabe?
Years ago, women never wore makeup. It was the men that wore the makeup.
This is the fucking goddamn weirdest fucking episode. I love that for him. Why is it 7? Is that what? He's got a 7 pin on his hoodie. What does it mean? That he? What is it? His IQ?
It's the price of the jacket.
Plus, clothes are a lie.
Clothes are a lie.
Yeah. You know, depending upon what you wear to make your shoulders look bigger, or shoes can make you look taller. It's, you know?
That's so true.
That's a very good point.
Bring it back to the original point of, you said that men lie about their height on dating apps. And I said, well, I think women lie more, and that's...
Oh,
through
so they
makeup.
lie more. I didn't know that was the competition. Who lies more?
Yeah.
Shut up.
Sounds like
He's moving the goalpost.
Exactly.
Up and through filters.
But why do guys have such an issue with makeup? Wouldn't they want something that makes like their girl or their girlfriend that look better? Like,
Feel
wouldn't
good.
they-
Let's ask the chat. Chat.
Let's ask all the chauvinist, women-hating pigs in chat. What do you guys think? This guy is
Should
so
be
bad.
saying L woman, L. What a
Ugly.
Women suck. Women are gay.
dumb bitch.
Yeah.
That's right, I'm disabled.
Do you prefer girls without makeup or with? So, with makeup, without makeup. With makeup, without makeup. You can
This
also
guy's
do
almost more compelling
one
content
in the
than we
chat
have.
for
Yeah.
No makeup. 2 in the chat
No, he doesn't
without
have
makeup. 1 in the chat for.
Seriously, bro, you don't even have polls. You're gonna want it too.
Dude, they exactly copied Fresh and Fit's setup too. The angles, the
Yeah,
shot.
it's the same exact.
This
show.
dude's like, let's find the worst fucking podcast and then emulate it. They're not even that successful, dude.
He needs to find his own version of Coconuts and Barbados.
Cooking his Barbados.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's in there. He's in there, kind of
He needs somebody
fighting
to,
for his life.
Yeah, he needs
Fighting
somebody
it
to
out.
riff with, to bounce off of,
Yeah.
like an Eddie. He needs an Eddie.
He needs this Rollo Tony Browntown.
Yeah.
You were on Tim and Eric, weren't you?
Yeah.
Of course you were.
Yeah.
Good people.
Yeah, they're real good
Great
people.
Yeah, good
They're
people.
fun to work
good,
with.
Good.
No makeup. 2 in the chat for with. Or without with.
Awesome,
whatever.
bro.
Okay.
Super.
I'm seeing a lot of without.
But
I feel like
Dude,
a lot
this
of guys,
is so stupid. Like, you are such an idiot. What an idiot.
You saying that his audience says they prefer a woman not wearing any makeup?
You know that's bullshit.
I mean, yeah, that's probably bullshit. And also, what they think a woman not wearing makeup is probably still wearing makeup. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
a lot of guys like don't even realize what's going on with all that. So,
Guys, when they say without, there's like a no makeup look that's natural. When you say
Again,
without,
once
yeah.
again,
There
these
you go.
girls are sharp. He brought them on. He brought on sharks. And he's trying to spin it like he took the dub. Here's the top comment. A beard just means a man didn't shave. Makeup means the person wearing it took out the time of their. Seriously, a beard means they didn't shave? Yeah, maybe if you're like maybe if you look like Tom Hanks in Castaway.
right. you
These
still shave your
dudes take
beard.
care of their facial hair. Stop it.
Right. Stop it.
As business Pinocchio.
Is like overdone, super cakey, like a lot of eyeshadow, giant lashes. But like I think just having,
Light.
light.
I think it's sad that girls even have to go on the show and like explain themselves to this fucking pig. Like, you don't have to justify your existence to these idiots, you know?
Yeah.
Right, Gabe?
Right.
I want to know if that guy moisturizes his hair.
Gabe, what are your thoughts? You agree or disagree?
I probably don't agree, I guess.
Yeah. Thanks, bro. What'd you say, Mom?
If the guy blow dries his hair, or if he just, gets out of the shower and that's the way he walks around.
Oh. Dude, he blow dries his hair? Wow. You're so right. He puts gel in his hair for sure.
You bet.
Wow.
You got him
I'm
good.
a hairstylist. I know when someone has dried their hair.
Checkmate. Beta. I'm the real alpha. I do nothing.
That's true.
I'm the real
alpha
sigma.
The real alpha sigma right here.
I'm the real deal. You're looking at a real man by your definition. I'm the most honest
This is
person in the
true.
world. Love him.
Honestly.
Oh, same
man.
Touches of makeup isn't something they would prefer.
No, I
they
think
just don't realize it's makeup.
I don't think they like notice that that's
Yeah.
makeup because guys can't really tell like what is makeup and what's not. I mean, obviously, if it's really heavy on, you're gonna be able to tell. But like, if it's something light and natural looking, I feel like there's no harm in that.
Well, I mean, you're certainly free to do whatever you want, but I would say, generally speaking, men don't. We'd actually prefer women to not wear makeup.
Who are you speaking for? Also, like, any man who's actually like talked to women about it, the women do it because they feel good. It's fun for them. They do it for themselves, not for your dumbass fucking bearded, having leather jacket, 7 IQ ass mother douche. Like you don't know anything, right? And there's something weirdly like nice guy, almost like you remember the guy who shot up UCSB, Elliot Rodriguez, the ultimate gentleman? There's something very nice guy about like, don't wear makeup. You're beautiful the way you are. You don't have to do anything. Elliot Rogers, right? You know what I mean? Don't wear makeup. Don't wear nice clothes.
Yeah.
Look as frumpy as possible.
There's also like, what do they mean when they say you're lying, you're wearing makeup, but you look better without it? What are we lying about then?
What's next? Next thing he's gonna be like, I think you guys should actually cover your whole bodies except for your eyes.
Yeah, literally what?
These guys are have more in common with ISIS.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Love the high fiving.
My last boyfriend loved makeup.
He wore it?
No, he loved when I wore makeup.
And that's totally fine. I'm not saying that it's the case for all men, but most men, like, we don't really care.
What are you saying then?
And
this man is so dumb. Like, you're literally so dumb. Right, Mom?
Is that a lie too?
Mm-hmm.
Or perfume?
Oh, yeah, I know you smell like shit, dude. Take the perfume off. So true, Mom.
I think there's degrees to it. Like, okay, you wear a little mascara or you wear a little eyeliner or whatever. But like, I think when most guys definitely will start being like, it's a bit much when it's like caked on, full face, foundation, et cetera, et cetera. So
I actually think that the woman should do whatever makes them feel confident. I think it's nice as a man to support your woman and make her know that she's beautiful and that you find her beautiful no matter what. But ultimately, if it makes her feel more confident, then that's very empowering and she should do it.
Totally.
Because how many of us don't want to feel more confident?
Exactly.
Loser.
Me personally, I've like, hold on.
M. Martin super chatted $50. I'm 6 feet 1 inch, so I'm just arguing for the short kings out there. Ladies, makeup, extensions, eyelashes, lip fillers, implants, barrels, high heels. That's all changing appearance, ye dishonest. A beard is the natural state of a man's face. Makeup is not.
Thank you, Martin, for the assist.
Yo, I love how he's like, yo, thank you for helping me, bro. I'm drowning.
I was dying out here.
Hey, I'm super tall. Just so you guys know, I'm super tall up front. So I'm just saying this for the short dudes out there. The insecurity is oozing off these guys.
Appreciate you, man. Do you guys have a response? Oh, hold on.
Dank Nick donated $50. Men may lie about height and how rich they are, but women lie about how good they look in their way. Makeup gets washed off. Men have to deal with maintaining a beard. Mess up trimming and may as well shave.
Okay, so men are the real victims. They are going. There's the real struggle because we must shave. Not to, dude. By the way, let's ask him if he thinks that women should have hair on their legs. Yeah, because I'm pretty sure you got a lot more skin to shave down there than we got on our face, and I don't see anyone advocating for that. Hey, bro, how do you feel about fucking hairy butthole, dude? I'm saying checkmate. He's got no answer to that. Right. You like a butthole hairy or clean?
Well, probably clean more than
That's
hairy.
Right.
Yeah.
And who doesn't?
Yeah.
I mean, you're a real savage if you want to eat out a hairy asshole.
Each their own.
No, some people like it. It's
But
just
not-
savage, though. It's savage.
Well,
Yeah.
It's not, though.
Word? Did you guys have a response?
Right, Gabe? Are you more into like a hairy asshole or like a clean one?
Maybe Harry's just so natural.
You like the natural?
That's what I'm saying. Let's not be presumptive here.
He's just like it's like a caveman. You're like eating a hairy asshole, bro.
yeah.
And you know when it's hairy,
primal.
It's got some dingles in there, a little bit, probably tissue.
Yeah.
But you just like it all anyway, right, Gabe?
Yeah, pretty
It's like
much.
organic.
Mm-hmm.
You like your assholes organic. And Mom, I'm not going to ask you, okay?
Oh, I don't grow hair on my body.
Yeah, I didn't ask. I didn't want to know, actually.
Oh.
Didn't ask for any. Didn't ask.
Okay.
Thank you, though.
That's what happens when you get old, though. You don't grow hair.
You stop growing hair?
Yeah, I don't have any hair on my arms, my forearms. I don't have hair on my leg. I don't know. I just don't have any hair.
Mm.
That happens when you get older.
Something to look forward to, I guess.
Do anything that was said in the TTSs?
I don't think that women wearing makeup is like.
They got a cricket soundbite.
Generally, always for
Wait,
men.
was that them?
That was them, dude.
Oh, you're going to bring these girls in under the pretense of trying to bring them on and have a legit conversation. They destroy you. They leave you speechless. And then the moment it takes them to answer, you hit them with cricket sounds.
Weak.
Weak shit, bro. Shame on you.
Soft.
I hit a nugget because I hate him so much.
Word? Did you guys have a response to anything that was said in the TTSs?
Dude, that wasn't even like a full second before they hit the cricket.
I wish I could see his bitch ass hand touch it. I saw him eat.
That was him. He hit it.
Yeah, I seen him go up a little bit, but
He's got the soundboard. You can see it.
yeah, little stream deck right
Bro,
there.
you gave him like. Can you hit the clock? I want to measure how long between he finishes speaking and he hits the cricket soundbite. You got a timer ready, Dan?
One moment.
That's us. Yeah, we got cricket
I don't have
sounds.
it set up to show on screen, but you want me to just time?
Yeah, so.
All right.
Anything that was said in the TTSs?
I mean, I should have started it from right when he finished talking, and it would have been less than a second.
It's less than a second.
Yeah.
Wow. That's not fair.
They started it earlier,
It's
but
actually-
really
it's
he
actually
gave them like
disgusting.
barely a
Yeah.
breath.
I don't think that
I literally went back one frame.
Yeah.
women wearing makeup is like generally always for men.
As a sound man,
Well, I
you should
didn't
be
say that,
ashamed
but
of yourself.
what
dude.
we-
Should be fucking ashamed of yourself.
Jumping the gun.
What an idiot.
This guy's such a loser. He does his own sound bites.
A fucking asshole.
He's in a room by himself doing his own cricket sound bites.
Should be a fucking ashamed of yourself, dude.
They should beat his ass. They should all just beat his ass. That'd be awesome.
Like the end of that Tarantino movie where all the girls jumped that dude.
That's awesome. Girl power.
What you're talking about is one of you mentioned that, and this was just in response to what one of you said. You said
The
that
lying thing.
men lie about their height, and I said, well, women lie about makeup, they lie about their appearance through makeup and filters. But why don't we start first with filters? Can you at least agree that using
You seen my man Anook, bro? Men don't use filters.
Yeah, I mean that's just
What are you talking
that's just
about?
ignorant at this point.
Everybody use filters.
Yeah, filters are ubiquitous.
I bet you don't use the soft filter on TikTok. Shut up.
Do you use any filters, Eddie?
Yeah,
As a TikToker?
sometimes, but not recently. But I had before my first couple of years, just to test them out, see what they look like.
Just fun. But you one of the few people that has such beautiful skin that you actually
thank
wouldn't even
you.
need a filter.
Yeah, I don't really use it now.
Yeah. God, what's your skincare routine?
Just wash my face every night and in the morning before I go somewhere, and then just put moisturizer on and then sunscreen.
Blessed.
All about that moisturizer.
You lucky man, yo.
filters on a dating app is disingenuous.
Yes.
Because
You're blessed
that
too.
you can say what you will about makeup because you can wear makeup in real life. However, filters, Photoshop, that Facetune, that does not exist
Yeah.
in real
Yeah,
life. Can
for
we agree
sure.
with that
Yeah,
at least?
for sure. Yeah.
Sure. And I definitely see a lot of girls use filters on dating
Yeah,
apps.
I do see that too. Yeah.
Yeah, and some guys do it too.
Mhm.
Honestly, be careful of the guys that use face filters because them motherfuckers crazy.
Because they're so late dudes. This guy's the
If
best.
she's going out, it's a deal.
I kind of want to look at more. Whatever clips. That's how I describe them too.
I got something for you.
Whatever. Whatever, Clay.
Go ahead, AB. What you got for me?
I sent it in Discord.
This is a fit, bro. Who are you right now? This is him.
Mm-hmm.
Why? What is he doing with his life? You think there's a filter on it?
It's not a real mustache.
Does this guy have a filter?
That one, yes.
Yeah, he does. That's a Nook.
Yeah.
He's a famous singer. All right, a Nook, ladies and gentlemen.
Nook, check your DMs.
Let's see. I want more of this. Andrew Tate triggers purple hair feminist. Are you fucking kidding me? Is that a real title from 4 months ago?
You know what's so attractive about
Oh, he had. Oh, I cannot believe how many people like this there are out there.
A lot of these dudes talk about fertility and looks and stuff. I don't.
Boring. Literally boring. That dude's in jail.
Fix your fucking audio, you idiots. It's like that video was just so like what? Like, fix that shit. Whatever.
Let's see. Do not date women who party. Patrice O'Neill triggers OnlyFans girls. Well, whatever. That's what his is. Whatever, douche. Yeah, so this has been an interesting episode. Avant-garde, if you will.
Yeah, it was very avant-garde. You did a
Bleeding edge.
bleeding edge. Yeah, I really.
Sometimes it
enjoyed
works, sometimes it doesn't.
I think it worked. It worked really good, and your fans really like to see see you go out and about in the real world sometimes too. And so you showed them a little bit of side you that you haven't seen before.
That's very true. I don't think they've seen me order McDonald's before live.
It's always brought into you, and then you'll say, "Hey, thanks for bringing it," but yet this way we saw you go out there, and we were the anticipation of what is he doing? Where is he? Where in the world is he? And what did he leave the studio? Is something going on?
Right. So there's not many show hosts who would be bold and adventure enough to leave their studio.
That's right.
In the hands of, frankly, this is our first time meeting in person, a stranger.
I appreciate
but
it.
I trust.
I'm honored.
Yeah, I trust.
Thank you so much, and it's been a pleasure, and I loved seeing you in person.
Yeah. You heard about Dilbert?
Yeah, I heard about that. He's can't believe that after all those years of him doing the comic strip, he could act like a racist.
Dude, you really do know so much. You are actually up to date.
Oh.
Where do you get your news from?
Usually just, reading the paper or, seeing people that read the comics or, books or, like just watching it on TV or, on the internet. But
you're up to date. I like
I can't
that.
believe he's also
I know.
now gone rogue.
The Dilbert guy. This is the dude who wrote Dilbert, who's been like a long time. He's a Trumpy guy, a MAGA dude.
Mm-hmm.
And he has already kind of been on the outs for being just like a total weirdo. But he went full mask off here 5 days ago. Real coffee with Scott Adams. More like real racist.
Yeah. Can't believe that he would go off like
So here he is, Scott Adams of Dilbert.
Maybe Trump paid him to say all those
You
things.
think so? Could
to
be.
Get Trump back in like presidency,
But like this dude, he did this. I mean, bro, this is you. This is you.
Wow.
Dilbert. Did you ever like Dilbert, Mom? That was of your time.
No, not really.
Yeah, Dilbert sucks.
Yeah. I like the little dog.
You like what?
The little dog that's in it.
Dilbert dog?
The Dilbert dog.
Oh, Dogbert.
Dogbert is his name. I just think he's cute.
Okay, well, you're supporting white supremacy, Dan, so watch it. Oh, he is cute. This dog rules.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, he rules.
I like him. Cute design.
The dog's white.
Oh, so true.
Coincidence?
Mm-mm.
No. No such thing.
It's true colors.
Well, today, They said, do you agree or disagree with the statement, it's okay to be white? That was an actual question.
Right, it's a dumb
Rasmussen asked, white and black voters, and probably others, do you disagree or agree with the statement, it's okay to be white? 26% of blacks said no. It's not okay to be white. 21% weren't sure. Add them together, that is 47% of black respondents were not willing to say it's okay to be white. That's like a real poll. This just happened.
Questionable.
Did you have any idea? Would you have imagined that could have happened? So I realized, as you know, I've been identifying as black for a while, years now, because I like to be on the winning team.
Bro,
And
you are
I like
such a fucking loser. I wish I was black, man. They just can't stop winning.
Yeah.
To help. And I always thought, well, if you help the black community, that's sort of the biggest lever. You can find the biggest benefit. So I thought, well, that's the hardest thing and the biggest benefit.
I help people
So I'd
to
like to
benefit
focus-
myself.
What?
He's saying that, helping the black community that's the best way to help yourself. So that's why I did it.
Right, not
He's
that.
he's really laying the foundations of a strong argument here.
Mm-hmm.
a lot of my life resources in helping black Americans. So much so that I started identifying as black to just be on the team I was helping. But it turns out that nearly half of that team doesn't think I'm okay to be white, which is, of course, why I identified as black, so I could be on the winning team for a while. But I have to say, this is the first political poll that ever changed my activities. I don't know that that's ever happened before. Normally you see a poll, you just look at it and you go, whatever. Oh, this is interesting what other people think. But as of today, I'm going to re-identify as white, because I don't want to be a member of a hate group. I'd accidentally joined a hate group. So if nearly half of all blacks are not okay with white people, according to this poll, not according to me, according to this poll, that's a hate group. That's a hate group. And I don't want to have anything to do with them.
I don't have anything to do with black people. What do you think? Is being black part of a hate cult?
No.
No. Good answer. You nailed that.
Thank you.
So, I have a whole hamburger in my mouth at this moment.
There was another actress that said she was, not white or black. She was just universal, and that was, she was recently. She was from the Cosby Show, one of the Cosby
Roseanne?
kids.
Oh wait, no.
The little girl from the Cosby that grew up to have her own sitcom, a couple of Disney sitcoms. But she, on The View, said she doesn't believe that she's black or white. She was just universal, and it shouldn't be. That was her belief system.
Raven
Simone, yeah. She said that she was. So he's just sort of keying into that. But later on, years later, it was only like 4 or 5 years ago that Raven Simone said on The View that she felt like she was, not identified as black, and she always said all the time that she doesn't have to be saying that she's black all the time, and it got a lot of controversy on The View.
I can see why, sure. But here's the poll he's referring to. I just think it's so funny because it was conducted by Rasmussen. I don't know if they're credible. I know that they're like very right.
Did you not see the things I was sending this morning?
But like, what's their like poll credibility rating? Because I know there's websites that rate how biased they are.
They're known to have a right-leaning bias, but moreover, they also just pretty explicitly endorsed. For example, during the lead up to January 6th, they were from their official account tweeting that Mike Pence should overturn the election and stuff.
Well, that's not biased.
That gives you an idea of where they're at.
Okay, so here's why this poll is so weird. First of all, asking if it's okay to be white is such a it's a nonsensical question. It's like asking, you know, is it okay to have brown hair?
Right.
Well, it's a natural attribute. What does it mean? Their starting point is the Anti-Defamation League has labeled "it's okay to be white" as hate speech, and so that's where I think if there were black people voting for this and they said no, it's not okay, I think you could easily misinterpret this question as something to do with like proud and white, more leaning towards the kind of white supremacy angle of like it's okay, you know, because you hear that's like a slogan you hear amongst these kind of proud to be white people. It's okay to be white. And so I find the whole way that this was conducted to be extremely misleading, dishonest, and the question itself is just total nonsense. So it's pretty incredible though, but they got what they wanted, and apparently now Dilbert has come out. He wants nothing to do with black people. Dilbert.
Yeah.
Well, not Dilbert.
Who knew
himself.
Dilbert was?
But maybe not the character.
Which is the comic where Dilbert asked to be moved away from his black neighbor in his office? Was that in there?
I have just been informed of something really wild by our mod, Mega Awesome Nerd, that apparently there were no black characters in Dilbert comic at all for like 33 years.
Well, there you go. So I have
until last year, and this is the first introduction.
Wait, he still makes Dilbert comics?
Yeah, that's the thing, and now he's getting dropped all over the place.
Man, so here, zoom in on that. So here is his first ever black character, Dilbert. Management asked me to add some diversity to the engineering team. Meet Dave. I identify as white. You're ruining everything, Dave. That's a proper use of the crickets. And I mean, come on, Dilbert.
Come on, man.
Disgraceful.
It's disgraceful. Right. Thank you, Mom. And Gabe, your thoughts?
Gabe is sleeping.
Yeah. Go ahead, Gabe. What are your thoughts on Dilbert?
I guess it's not good.
Right. Nailed it.
All right.
You nailed it, Gabe. You're on your shit, dude. Fuck yeah. This is pretty cutting edge content right here, guys.
Yeah, maybe Dilbert thought that, you know, he's going to be canceled anyway in a few years because probably he's seen some of the older comic strips being taken off of national syndication.
Right.
So he's just figuring, well, I better cater to that audience because then I'll be able to have Dilbert in, like, you know, some of the...
Breitbart.
Yeah.
So true.
Wow, that's a good point.
And that's my new niche, you know, because of the fact that I know they're going to cancel my strip anyway in a few months or weeks or a year.
Interesting. He's making a play.
So true.
That could be why he's playing this card.
Good
you know,
theory.
And he's doing the same thing that Roseanne did when she lost her sitcom.
Right.
When Roseanne said that, you know, about that congresswoman, and then they killed her character off on her own sitcom.
Right. Yeah, there she is.
Played my favorite.
I thought the bitch was white!
That's Roseanne,
And
of
then
course.
she said
Yeah.
Trump was the first female president afterwards because she wishes she had said that instead of what she said about Marjorie Barrett or, you know, what.
Hey, you...
The bitch was white!
Hey, you think you follow Jake Paul versus Tommy Fury?
Yeah.
Dude, they're on your ship.
Oh, wow.
I love you.
Oh, I love you back.
You're right on everything. What are your thoughts on the fight? He lost, right?
Yeah. He really shouldn't have lost, you know. He's probably going to be regretting that, you know, his whole life now.
Were you team Jake Paul?
Yeah.
You were. And why is that?
Well, because, you know, he happened to have... No, I'm just kidding. I don't know anything about Jake Paul. Never heard of him.
Wow.
To tell you the truth.
Oh,
you broke him.
Never heard of him.
You broke him.
You almost had me, though. I wouldn't be surprised. You know everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Tommy Fury beat Jake Paul. He's a giant loser, as I always suspected. Right, Gabe?
Yep.
Thank you.
Well, shit. Didn't think I'd ever have to make one of these videos, but shit happens, I guess. This is still the best job in the world. Thank you all for the support. This was an amazing event, and I'll be back. No worries, cuz.
Interestingly, the first actual, like, active boxer he's fought beat him. Just saying. You know? There was a, where's this clip? Oh yeah, here's a little compilation of Jake before and after the fight, which I appreciate.
So this was the first professional fight? Or were they all professional? It's just the other
I think they were professional, but this was the first person who was like an active boxer.
Right.
Like,
Yeah,
they were all like well retired and not boxers.
Right. So do those count for his like official record?
Yeah.
Yes, they do.
They were official.
That seems bogus. I feel like he's 0-0 or 0-1.
For
No,
boxers,
I mean,
yes.
It's the first real fight.
You could do, like, me and Hundar were gonna do a professional fight at first.
Okay.
But then I found out the gloves were like a lot lighter. I'm like, fuck that. I'm not trying to get brain damage. I didn't know what I was getting into.
Oh,
so,
okay.
yeah.
Are you doing
All right,
professional
gotcha.
this year, AB?
I am not. Only Ian is, I believe. Ian and Wasabi.
Ian's gonna kill him.
So technically, Ian still doesn't have any losses professionally. So.
Right. Okay.
Oh, he's undefeated.
He's undefeated.
That's awesome.
0-0.
So here's Jake before and after. Let's take a look.
100%. Are we getting all of the Jake Paul that you can bring tonight? No injuries, no problems. We're coming in 100%.
Yes, sir. You're getting Jake Joseph Paul, the full name. Legendary. Let's get it, baby.
Ha! It's time for the.
Who was he? Nelson? Nelson from the Simpsons? Okay, dork.
He's the problem child. That's his problem child sound he makes. Part of his branding.
So it is Nelson. Like he's kind of leaning it like I'm the
That's
obnoxious
embarrassing for him.
kid from The Simpsons.
That's embarrassing for
Yeah.
him.
Let's get it, baby. It's time. Your training and strategy was successful tonight.
Honestly, I felt flat. I got sick really bad twice in this camp. Injured my arm.
They start booing him.
Yeah. He sounds like you, Ethan.
Yeah.
I'm tired. I
yeah,
got
that's
kids.
like-
I don't have a
right.
babysitter.
That's like me when I don't want to go out. Dude, he got mangled. His face looks messed
It wasn't
up.
my best performance.
100%. Are we getting all of the Jake Paul that you can bring tonight? No injuries.
I don't get it. He says he's getting 100%, but then when he loses, he says, I've been sick. I hurt my arm. I didn't have a babysitter. It's like he's full of excuses.
Yeah.
What a loser, right?
Loser.
Right on.
Right on.
Right on.
Mm-hmm. Look at this dork-ass fucking white supremacist. This is the guy who did the poll.
Lost faith in polling. But let me explain our role at Rasmussen Reports and prove to you why now more than ever you need us to exist.
You need
We
us.
tell you what America really thinks. And I can tell you that increasingly
The race wars are
reality-
coming, everybody. It's Mark Mitchell from Rasputin. Get ready. The race wars are coming. You need me to tell you.
us.
Let me reaffirm your paranoid worldview.
of American public opinion does not match what you're being told in the news at schools or colleges by corporations and by your public officials. Follow the links to our two biggest...
Hold on. I'm going to pause you there, but this is important.
What are you working on here?
Jake Paul going back to the Senior Citizen Center to find his next opponent. That's right. That's right. That's what I'm saying.
biggest polls of the year, which I'll put in the YouTube description, for an example about how we changed the narrative by proving COVID-vaccinated Americans are suffering from major side effects, and how nearly half the country is concerned the vaccines are causing a significant number of unexplained deaths.
What? How likely is it? They're not scientists. These are dumb fucking people.
Yeah.
What do they know? I mean, how many times you been vaccinated right here?
Yeah.
How many times?
Oh, at least 25 times.
Mom, he's been
I've never
vaccinated
had
25
any
times.
side effects from it.
He's had 25 COVID vaccinations.
Why 25?
Well, you know, I had to be vaxxed, boosted again, but mostly just so that, I thought if I could do it so that I'd never get COVID. And also, I just thought maybe it'll help, and I wanted to see pretty much that I wouldn't get it, COVID-19. And it was fun. And
You haven't?
Yeah, I haven't.
What do you
never
think,
got
Mom?
it, thank God.
Well, I mean, I've had all my boosters and all my shots, but it didn't amount to 25 times. You know, I mean, if you're going to get COVID, you're going to get it, but you won't get deathly ill, which is kind of the whole idea.
How many times have you been vaccinated, Mom?
Let's see, 1, 2, 3. I think there's 3 or 4 vaccinations that you
Rookie
get.
numbers.
Wow.
How
I
much do you
think-
think you need? How much do you think she needs to be fully covered?
She's good. You're pretty good. You just maybe.
I've gotten everything that was required, and they won't
Yeah.
let you take it. You know,
Oh, they will if
only
you
let
if you
take
peel off the
X amount.
stickers.
Oh no, yeah, Eddie lies.
Yeah, you'd
to
have
them.
to peel off
yeah,
the
he
stickers,
lies
you just
to
gotta
them.
and
peel
then
off the
maybe tell them you've never had it before. at
Yeah,
different
you just
places.
lie to them.
Just lie, yeah.
Mom.
Well, that way, you know, at least you'd be feeling like you were totally taken care of. And because you never know, they could have diluted it the first time,
Right.
or it could have given you a half a dose, or it didn't go
That's
in
true.
right.
That's true. That's true. You're covering your base.
Yeah.
So, Mom, you can go lie to them and get more.
Okay. You know,
Well,
I'm a proponent of vaccines.
But
I
it's-
think that is really important.
Oh,
but
yeah.
I don't,
Well,
I don't
health
think it's
before
necessary
everything.
to
Yeah.
lie.
Gabe, how many times you been vaccinated?
3 times. I had COVID twice and only last.
That hasn't worked well for you.
Yeah, you got to bump those
That only
numbers
worked
way
3
up.
days.
Have you considered
Well,
getting
you
more
know-
vaccinations, Gabe?
I'm good right now.
He's good.
He's sleepy. He's good.
Okay. I'm glad everyone's good though.
Why do
Everyone's
we
happy.
do it? Because we are real public opinion journalists who don't take checks from either party.
How about you just give me the results and don't do this high horse thing, you fucking dork. Why do we do it? We're super important. We're awesome and super important. Anyway, black people hate us and race wars are coming.
Who aren't beholden to a massive corporation and who have never once even been sent a single talking point. Part of doing what we do is asking the questions others won't, like the vaccine questions. But here's
This
another
guy's such a
example,
dork fucking
one that
loser.
would literally melt the brain of a mainstream journalist if they tried to put these numbers to ink. Why? Because it conclusively undermines the current racial orthodoxy.
It undermines what we all already knew.
Yeah.
Black people hate us.
Oh.
Mm-hmm. Get your rifles, boy. Hey, Rasputin said the black people coming for us now. Get your rifles ready, boys. I knew it.
Oh,
Mm-hmm.
not Rasputin.
Hey, that Mark Mitchell told me get my rifle ready. Come on now, everybody. Let's hold up in the church. Just start taking shots. Mark Mitchell said so.
God.
Mm-hmm. I knew it. I knew it. My neighbor, he's black. I knew he eyeballing me weird. Mm-hmm. One time I was walking by, he's outside washing his car, and he said hi to me, but it wasn't right the way he said it. I could read between the lines. Yes, sir. Mark Mitchell said so. Isn't it?
Isn't
it? No supporting music, Zach? I mean, do I got to beg? Really? Oh, dude, you guys turned on me today. All right.
Now, as a caveat, I have absolutely no idea how YouTube is going to take this one. But all we did was ask very simple questions that
He's
should
like,
be
I can't even put this shit on YouTube.
Oh,
it's
my
so
God.
fucking racist.
controversial.
Oh yeah,
And we are
YouTube's no
reporting-
good anymore because
Right.
he says so.
Bullshit. What an idiot.
Moron.
Dummy.
Stupid ass.
Fucking
Dumbass.
dork.
What Americans told us, nothing more. Do you agree or disagree with this statement? It's okay to be white. Mind-blowingly, or perhaps not, the vast majority of American adults agree.
Mind-blowingly.
72%.
Or not. So which is it? Is it mind-blowing or not? Mind-blowingly or totally expected. What is it? Which one is it?
So, were they explicitly prompted to do this poll because of the ADL thing?
Yes, it was in the context.
Right.
I don't know how they got these votes, but on their tweet, they did it in context of ADL saying it's okay to be white as a hate term.
Right. So, I mean, there was like an active like coordinated trolling campaign that originated from 4chan to spread that around, which is explicitly what the 80. I pulled it up, their website. They're explicitly referring to that, and so they basically heard that a bunch of white supremacists went out of their way to make this phrase like their slogan, and then asked people if they were okay with it, and then when they said no, blame them for being upset.
Because the question itself makes no sense.
Yeah, like
it's okay to be white. I disagree. It's like, what are you disagreeing with?
Yeah.
It doesn't make any sense.
My guess is that, I mean, it's just like it's like the phrase "all lives matter." It's like on its face, that isn't like a controversial thing, and it's like, how could you disagree with that? But obviously, if you're aware of the context, that's like always being said in reply
100%
to Black Lives Matter as a way of kind of competing with it or whatever, then suddenly it has a whole different angle.
And by the way, there's only
with
1,000
this.
people that participated in this.
Right.
I'm not sure that that's statistically significant, right?
People are saying it's a bad poll, and you know what? For once, I got to agree.
This
It's
is
a bad poll.
fucking
This is an actual bad poll.
This is a real bad poll. Take heart, Dan. This is a real bad poll. Maybe your polls weren't so bad after all.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I've been trying to say here.
And 58% strongly agree. Only 12%
That's
disagree.
like let's see. Do you think it's okay to be black? I mean, go ask that question. Let's see what the results are. Do you think it's okay to be a ham sandwich?
We don't talk about that.
Yeah, sorry. We don't talk about ham sandwiches.
Yeah.
Do you think that would be insulting to call someone a ham sandwich? What are your thoughts on that?
Yes.
Yes, it would be.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you, Eddie.
What is it you think they're trying to say if they called someone a ham sandwich?
Oh, that they're, lower grade, lower human,
Lower human.
Degrade them.
Like terrible, ugly.
Not fat,
Giving
though.
them bullying.
Not fat.
Yeah, not fat.
Not fat. You guys hear that?
I did hear that.
And only
I did hear that.
6% of those strongly. Now, 17% of Americans are not sure, and that's a pretty big number for a question like this.
70% were confused by this nonsensical question.
Should be a simple question to answer. To me, that is the standout number. People berated or guilted so much that they won't anonymously submit a response to an IVR call or an
They're
online
confused
survey.
because they know it's probably
Now-
a gotcha.
It's
like because people aren't fucking stupid, and just like the All Lives Matter thing, even if they hadn't directly heard of this, they're like, if you're asking me this, it's probably because somebody I don't like is saying it, kind of thing.
100%. Proud Boys is actually trending. What's going on there? Speaking of which, Proud Boys. If you don't believe the gun industry is now full on support domestic terrorists, I give you the official Instagram post for Smith & Wesson. How's this Proud Boy related? Oh, is this a shirt? What? They posted a Proud Boy? That's crazy.
Smith & Wesson did?
Yes.
Hell.
That's fucking nuts. All right. We've been going for a long time.
We have.
I'd love for you to come back.
Oh, I would
you
love
do that?
to. Anytime,
Yeah,
any place.
You have a great
Call
energy.
me and I'll be here.
Thanks, man.
Thank you so much for having me, and I loved it.
I loved it. I loved having you here. And thanks,
Love
bro.
the whole
And
crew.
so I want to say Shirtless Eddie is on TikTok.
Yes.
Eddie
Lovesi.
Lovesi.
EDDIELOVESE. Eddie Lovesi.
Are you on Cameo or anything?
No, not yet.
Maybe
but
consider
people
that.
have been saying I should be on there.
Yeah.
No.
I'll send the people. Them,
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
I'm gonna wrap it up too, so we can talk a little bit before you go. But thank you to Gabe. Gabe, who's a legend. Thank you for joining us today, Gabe.
Gabriel, we missed you last Friday, Gabe.
I know.
And this is your
A lot of
punishment.
things going on.
Yeah, I see you're pretty busy over there. Yeah. Yeah. You go on another date, Gabe? You get any progress there?
We'll see if I get any notices.
Okay.
Okay, we'll talk on Friday.
Yeah.
Mom,
It's
thank
Friday,
you.
baby.
This talk to you.
Kiss my
Yeah.
ass.
Yeah. Woo, baby. Mom, thank you so
Yes.
much. Donna Klein on Cameo, right, Mom?
Donna Klein.
Yes, that's right.
Mm-hmm. We love it.
Donna.
This has been a weird and interesting video episode. You know, Eddie, I did this because I was so impressed with your the thing about going to McDonald's. I hope you're not offended because
I'm not.
I thought it was so impressive what you were able to do, and how you had so many stories.
Oh,
just
wow,
incredible.
They just came out of me.
Yeah, and so
all of a sudden,
I thought it'd be, I was doing a little shtick, right?
Oh,
But yeah, it was a good time.
thank you so much. It was perfectly fine.
Thank you.
I loved it.
Thank you.
Loved every moment.
We love you too. All right, guys, have a good evening. Everybody watching at home, tomorrow is See You Next Tuesday for our lovely members. And also, I will be seeing you all next Tuesday. This is a weird one for you guys, but hey, that's what it is. Capiche?
Capiche.
Capiche.
Capiche. Can everybody say capiche on 3? Gabe and my mom, ready? 1, 2, 3. Capiche. And you guys too. No, 1, 2, 3. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Capiche. And that's what it is.
That's what it is.
What it is.
See you guys, members tomorrow, and everyone else on Wednesday.
Love you. See you Sunday.
Okay, love you too, Mom.